Evan Riley's on the podcast tonight. Yes. Wow.
Let's do it.
For those
Evan
who
Riley.
are avid fans of Unpaid Regulars, you know him because you've been to The Secret Show and you love his stories. Evan has been like the special guest, I think, every show we've had so far.
How many times have you done it? Like 3 or 4
I
times?
think 4.
4 times. So 4 of the 6.
I think I missed the last one.
You missed the last one.
Yeah.
I missed the first one.
And you were missed. You were missed. That's the thing. We missed you.
Yeah, we
Was it
ended the
bad?
show 5 minutes
No, I
early.
think the show was good. We just missed you. You know, it was-
And I was like, I just missed that.
And we're done.
and we're done because Evan Riley's not here. And,
Well, normally we'd have 5
have
more minutes
one
of
more
show
guy.
for you guys.
oh, but dude, you bring a house down, and it was just it was so fun because I only like met you just through the office at the Adventure Challenge, and then when you just came up and told your story, I was like, yeah, this freaking guy, this guy's the man. So it's a cool way to get to know you.
That was great. It's fun. I love doing it. I think people that I interact with on a regular basis are kind of familiar with who I am, but I think a lot of people don't know.
For sure.
The things that I find funny, I think are really funny, and I think a lot of people maybe don't find them as funny as me. But I'm able to weave them into a way where I think other people can find them to be hilarious.
Oh, that's
It's a
you
master
like
storyteller.
translate your humor.
Well, yeah. I think like a regular interaction, my girlfriend's always like, that wasn't funny to me. And I'm like, that was hilarious. Like, I really enjoyed that. And she's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Sometimes you got to just make yourself
We didn't
laugh.
have internet as a kid, or cable. So it was like me left to my own vices outside.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, some of my favorite comedians talk, like when Chris D'Elia was talking about how do I know if a joke is good? He said, I'll just walk around my house and tell a joke, and when I start laughing out loud, I'm like, I'm going to tell that one. I'm like, that's awesome.
a great litmus test.
You should enjoy your humor. I think it's important. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, how did you guys get, like, what spawned all of this? What spawned I want to be, or, I mean, I see you guys
What
as comedians,
spawned the
not just
pod?
coworkers.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We were friends way before any of this.
I mean, way back.
We were in school together in 2015.
Okay.
Oh.
So that's when we met.
Yeah,
right?
dude. Well, I think, did we kind of meet second year or first year? Because I didn't really... Dude, I was trying to break down. I think we've talked about this before, like when we actually... I don't remember.
I don't remember when I met you.
Improv?
But it was definitely in first year.
Writer's group. Yeah, okay, yeah.
Because the reason I know that is because the talent show was in January of first year.
That's right.
And you and Gabby were doing the
That's
talent show.
right.
And so I knew you then, like vaguely, but I don't remember from what.
Wild.
So sometime in 2015.
It just happened.
It just happened.
It's so, it's organic when you can't even remember how it happened.
There you go.
It's just like, wow, it's been forever.
It just feels like you've just always been my friend.
And it was.
And it is.
It happened.
Continues.
So then we did, towards the end of first year, or maybe even the summer after first. No, it was towards the end because Gabby and I weren't dating yet. I had Evan, Gabby, and Melissa Mowat over to my house.
Yes.
To start, I wanted to start a comedy group.
Yeah.
What a crew.
Yeah, it was a hilarious crew, and I was like, so yeah, I don't even remember. So I knew you were funny. I knew somewhere in there, and then we wrote some stuff, like we put out some sketch ideas and stuff, and then that never really went anywhere except for that. From that, Gabby invited me to go to church with her.
That's the biggest thing you could ever get.
Yeah,
And then children.
And then next thing
now
you
we
know,
have
you've got
kids.
2 of them.
Yeah.
Wow. What a story.
And then they were. And they were there.
And then they were.
Exactly.
That's all that happens. You go to church, babies.
Babies.
Hopefully, if you're doing church right.
Yeah,
you squeeze that hand tight enough. Pop a baby out. Maybe.
It's a deep reference.
Yeah, it is. That's
a deep cut.
That's a deep. But for those who know it, they loved it.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So then we just kept in touch, and then we started doing stand-up comedy together.
Yeah.
During second year, I think.
It might have been after. No.
Really? After?
It was like the year after.
Okay.
Year after second year because Natalie Clark put on a comedy show, and then she asked us to perform at it, and that was the first time we really like did something together. And we're like, dude, we should keep doing stuff together.
Yeah. And so then we would sporadically do stand-up shows like at Sweet Spot or at this one place called the Hub.
The Hub, yep, that was the place.
And it was just kind of like a rundown building with a...
In Reading?
Yeah.
The Hub.
It was over by Orchard Nutrition, like that whole
Okay.
area, like those kind of buildings. So it was like inside one of
I think
those.
people did yoga out of it.
Yeah.
Or like couples, like the I know they did a class where people spun on their feet, where
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like you balance your partner on your feet. What a because
stretching and comedy.
Yeah, it's like all I know is that I made a comment about it instantly that night after, for a joke because
did it smell weird in there?
I don't recall. I feel like it probably had a musk of some sort,
a stench.
The vibes were a little interesting.
That's a good point. Why do people who do yoga smell so bad? Not just because they sweat. I'm not even talking about that. People sweat at the gym, but it's just like. Is it all the curry they eat?
I think it's a continual sweat.
It's
like and then you're like you're feeling good about yourself. Regular deodorant has aluminum in it.
That's
the big that's
natural deodorant.
Yep. They start eating weird things that smell, and then they're just constantly smelling.
Yeah, that's. I think has anybody told them?
Some people have.
Well,
actually,
if this might be
the shit. I mean,
we're telling them right now.
Yeah.
If you are wearing aluminum-free deodorant right now, you stink.
You don't smell
No
good.
one wants to tell you, but you need to get some classic aluminum-filled Old Spice right now and just smear that in your armpits.
You might die earlier, but you're going to smell better your whole life.
You won't remember that you used to stink.
Yeah.
Right? Is that the thing?
Wait, what? Say that again?
I think aluminum causes like brain
damage.
damage.
Is that's the thing that aluminum does?
Yeah, I think in women specifically, it's like a link to breast cancer or something.
Yeah.
Wow. Man, maybe they just need to make natural deodorant not smell awful, like pre-awful.
Somewhere out there's like a Dr. Squatch person being like, we can do this.
We can do it. Guys, listen, they're advertising person. They don't even know it.
Yeah, it's like the Leonardo DiCaprio meme where he's just like staring at the TV.
Yeah.
He's like,
yeah, exactly.
Like, some guy, the one hippie who smells good is like, ooh,
I know the secret.
He's like, hey, rip this clip and run it as an ad for us.
Yeah.
Run it as an ad.
Yeah, no, I know there's companies that try to make deodorant that's like all natural and smells good, and I have not found success in that yet. So
is Native, are they all natural?
They're the one for men in Target.
Yeah,
stinky pits.
Well, okay, if you buy
terrible word.
There's one, dude. There was one that was absolutely. It was the bourbon one. And a bourbon, like I can't remember what it was.
Yeah,
like
bourbon.
Orange. It smelled like pre-BO. I was like,
dude, I have that body wash.
That's the one you don't want. There's like
I have
the
that body wash.
cucumber one. It's like, what? Why would I want to smell like I've already worked out?
Yes.
Is
when
it
I'm
the thick one? Have you seen that?
I don't
this
know.
kind of threw me for a loop. Is now they have like thick body wash.
What is that?
Thick body
it's like
wash.
the viscosity is thicker.
Okay, so it's like a bar soap.
So it makes
it's like a melted bar soap.
It's like soft serve.
It's like a
body
popsicle.
Wash.
Yeah,
soft serve
dude.
soap.
But it kind of like I got a weird thing with like sometimes textures freak me out, and so it's like. It's just not. It's not great. And then you're like, it's like kind of rubbing jelly on. You know when you kind of put jelly on a slice of bread and it doesn't fully like just go in.
Yeah.
That's what it's like with the thick stuff.
I kind of want to try it. I mean, it sounds like an experience, if anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think everyone should try soft serve
body wash. That is. Oh gosh, that's a perfect description. Oh man,
the soft serve of body wash.
Yeah.
No, but literally, what you're talking the BO, the bourbon one.
Yeah, it's like orange bourbon or something like that.
And my mom got it for my brother for Christmas.
Yep.
My brother forgot about it, went back to San Diego. Sorry for listening to this, Mom, and you're finding out about this now. So I inherited it, and I was like, the packaging is really cool. The branding's really cool.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, this stuff's going to be awesome. I'm almost done with it. Like, I'm working my way through the bottle.
Way to go.
Because I keep forgetting to buy more body wash. So every day,
it's like, oh, crap.
I only think about it when I'm in the shower.
You're in the shower, and you're like, oh.
Yes. And as I'm putting, like, that is the perfect description. It smells like faint body odor.
Yes, because at first, the reason I bought the deodorant stick was that first whiff. At first whiff, you're like, oh, that's kind of nice. And I had done the cucumber and the other one, and I was like, let's switch it up. Because I like the smell of the other ones.
Yeah.
Hey, always stick to the smell that you know smells good. That's all I've got to say.
Don't divert.
Never.
Especially if you're going to invest in an entire bottle.
Yeah.
That's
Native is not cheap, too. It's like, it's an investment. You're like, okay, well, here we go.
Doing this for my health.
So I got the first whiff and I was like, this is okay. But then I started wearing it. I was like, man, I smell awful. And I was like, it's my deodorant.
Yeah.
It started, I got the after. It's like an aftertaste. The best way to describe this deodorant, cranberries. Oh, that's kind of good. Oh, no, it's not good at all. I got cranberried. That deodorant cranberried the crap out of me. It was like, oh, that's nice. Oh, no.
Yeah.
You know it.
I don't know what the marketing play is for these. Like, have you ever like had an old fashioned and been like, man, I wish I could reek of that.
I want to smell like a hangover.
Why did it get me?
Or it's like tobacco and sandalwood. You're like, yeah, I want to smell like a tree that someone's been smoking by.
These things are great as scents for candles, but not to smear on your body.
See, maybe that's what it was.
We need to stick to
tobacco
this,
is my favorite like candle.
Yeah.
Hands down.
I've got 2 of them right now.
Oh, so
Do you ever
good.
just use like cigarettes when you're in a pinch?
As a candle?
As a candle?
Yeah, because
Yeah, just
tobacco
put it on your
flavored.
coffee table
You're just
and
like,
light it.
light some
so
candles.
fun.
Keep them
Just
going.
the bowling, yeah, dude. Actually, that's a good idea. Selling candles that smell like cigarettes,
So
and
good.
call it, what do you call it? Like the bowling alley.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
call
yeah.
it bowling alley.
Yeah.
Hipster.
It's like wax mixed with cigarettes.
I had a friend growing up named Kyle. Great kid. Funny kid. But his mom was like, it was like a middle class neighborhood, and they were like on the higher end of the middle class.
Oh, yeah.
So he had all the toys, all the gadgets.
So cool.
Right?
Let me guess, plasma TV.
I don't know if plasma was out then.
Oh, okay.
I am older. You know, we established that earlier on in the pod. But his mom, I think summertime, we were lighting fireworks, and she got so fed up. You know what? They used to give you punks.
Yep.
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like she forgot to get us the punks when she took us to the fireworks stand. So she just had this like pack of misty lights, like cigarettes, like the ladies ones. And she gave us a lighter, and she was like, this is the same thing. And we were like 8 or 9, like we weren't trying to smoke cigarettes. So we just used these cigarettes to light fireworks for probably 2 hours. It was great. Yeah. But now looking back, you're like, that was probably like the most like white trash thing that could have ever
You
happened.
see kids lighting fireworks with cigarettes?
Yeah.
Dude,
You're calling
my
Child
dad has a
Protective
whole,
Services.
So my dad's gonna be telling a story at the Secret Show this Friday, which
Oh,
I'm
awesome.
so excited about. And I don't know which one he's gonna tell. Hopefully not this one. But when he was a little kid, he would play war with his brother. I mean, it's a hilarious story, so he should tell it. But he would play war with his brother.
How old's your dad?
He was he's just turned 62. But
So Vietnam kind of was like his thing, huh?
it was. I think he grew up through it. My grandpa served in the Korean War.
Okay.
And so, and then like 10 years later, they went back and became missionaries. So he grew up in Korea. And so one day, I mean, they were my grandparents were missionaries, and they just did not keep track of their kids. The kids just ran about, like my dad just ran everywhere, got in so much trouble. Anyway, him and his brother were playing war one day, and they dig out this huge just trench, like with a shovel in this field. And they had cigarettes. They had found some cigarettes, and they were playing war, and they had fireworks and like stuff. And so they're smoking, pretending like there's bad guys. They had their toy guns, and then they'd smoke and then light fireworks and throw them behind them, and they'd just blow up, and then they'd repeat it. And then they looked up and they got out of the hill, and the whole hillside was on fire. The whole hill had just been like burning, and they're like, "Oh no!" And so they tried to like put it out or something, and it didn't work, and the flames burned off all their eyebrows and their eyelashes, and so they ran away from the fire, and they got home, and then they smell like cigarettes, and their eyebrows are gone. And my grandma's like, "Do you guys know anything about that fire on the?" Because this is a huge fire. These fire trucks came, like it's a big deal, and they're like, No, don't know.
What's a fire? Never heard about it. I don't even know what fire is.
Then their eyebrows were gone.
That's so good.
Yeah, he has a. I've always thought like my dad's stories, if you could like put them into a sitcom format, like just take, because he's got tons of them, just like these unbelievable things that have happened throughout his life, and so I was like, man, it'd be super fun to put those into a work of some sort. Or I think he just needs to write a book or something. I'm not sure, but excited for him to come tell a story. That'll be so fun.
I'm stoked. We've been wanting to have him on for like since the beginning.
Yeah, let's freaking go.
But
That'd be awesome.
Papa Eric.
Stoked to have Eric.
It'd be like really cool if his son had like a platform for him to tell stories.
Yeah, I know.
I know.
In a
If
weird
only,
way.
Only his son wasn't gatekeeping. The one
I'm
way
like,
he could
Dad.
express his stories.
Trey's like, I really want your dad to come, and you get home, you're like, you're not going anywhere.
I'm like, Dad, hey,
This is my
this is my thing. No, I've wanted him to tell a story. Yeah, since the beginning, I was like, you gotta come tell stories. And he's just had like school or work and stuff, and so he's like business trip last time, and this time I'm like, it's time to go. So
Would you have your dad tell a story on the show? Like, what's your? Because I'm wondering if I would ask my dad to tell a story. I feel like that's a special relationship. Like, oh, you know who would make this cooler? My dad.
my dad,
For sure.
Love you, Dad, for listening.
I think
You're not. It's fine.
Yeah,
I'll get your approval someday.
I don't know if I would have my dad tell a story. I think my dad's hilarious.
Yeah.
But
Oh, that's good.
he's kind of at that age too where some of the stuff he says, you're like, I don't know if you can say that.
that's why he should, you know.
So it depends on how secret it's really going to be, you know? Like, if this is a really secret show, definitely, 100%.
Yeah.
No, he's hilarious. I think I get a lot of my humor from my dad.
That's cool.
I would definitely, it'd be like weird, like very cliche humor, like golf jokes or like food service jokes, but like dated 30 years, you know?
I love it. Maybe we should just do like a secret show dad show called the Secret Dad Show.
Yeah.
Father's Day is in June.
It's so soon.
I mean,
That's
The
not,
next secret show theme could
It's
be
a Father's
bring
Day.
Bring your dad day.
We really missed Mother's Day, and Women's Podcast is going to hate us for that, but that's okay. We learn, we grow.
If only there was one of these for moms.
If-
They would
Next
do
year.
like, yeah.
Hey, next year.
Next year.
Yeah, next year we'll get the moms out there.
No, but
Another point for the patriarchy.
he'd be great. He's
School board.
I have 4 brothers and sisters. How many? You guys are big families too.
Yeah,
right?
I'm the how many?
5 in mine total.
6. Yeah, initially
6
5 and then
6.
adoption.
yeah. Wow.
Wow. What's
Look
the
at
boy
us.
girl ratio?
3 boys, 2 girls.
Whoa,
That's
Evan,
good.
this is weird. We have the same name and the same like family. Essentially.
Where are you? Are you middle?
I'm youngest.
Okay.
I'm the youngest child.
Yeah.
Where are you?
Middle. Exact.
Right in the middle.
Yeah.
At 5. What's that like?
It was good. It was
Yeah.
great. Yeah.
You weren't the stereotypical middle child that always got left out. Like the 2 older siblings paired up, the younger 2 paired up, and you were like left to like play with ant hills or something. Because that's what our middle child
Trey, is
is.
this
No, I think because my brother and I are twins, so I think we were kind of like just
That's right.
too much to handle anyway.
Yeah.
So it was like they had the older 2 and my younger sister, and then it was like the boys. It was
Totally.
like the afterthought. Like I guess they're coming with us,
Yeah.
or they're doing something. But no, it was great.
Were you really tight with your twin? Like, did you guys do everything together, or what? Because I've always been curious about twin relationships.
I have twin related questions as well.
Oh, we'll dive into it.
Yeah,
Let's,
yeah.
let's go there.
Let's dive into this.
We were forced to do everything together
Yeah.
until we were probably like 10 or 11, maybe 12, middle school age.
Yeah.
And then we kind of like diverted and didn't like each other. And then by high school, we were like, you're just like me, which
Yeah.
means you're the coolest person I know. So let's just hang out
That's
all
great.
the time. And then it was
Yeah.
like, I mean, like we didn't sleep. I didn't like sleep away from him until I was probably like 23.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Dude.
Yeah.
That's
For
pretty.
real.
It's pretty close.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Really close.
Did you?
You've heard of bunk beds? Yeah.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
that's my life, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Bunk beds were I shared a bunk bed with Justin until like he got married essentially. So that's pretty.
It got
epic.
awkward after that. But
Yeah, I was
you
like,
were
I
still
have.
there.
Yeah, well, we've joked like sometimes I go and sleep under their bed just to reminisce, just roll under there and just. Hi guys, Evan, no, Evan, no.
That's so good.
Just make sure you pick a night where they're both tired.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
you guys,
How you feeling?
You guys good or
You feeling like really in love tonight?
tired? Where are we at? Where are we at with this? No, so what was it? Having a twin, do you like when you reflect back on being a kid? Do you feel like, oh man, I wish I had more? Like sharing your birthday, sharing those things. Is it? You kind of ever have wish that you had your own individuality with that, or is it like actually like no, it's so sick to share it with?
No,
with my
totally.
brother?
I mean, I got the exact same thing he did, but
No
in a
way.
different color. It was always like a race. It was a race to see who opened like the thing first.
No spoilers.
You're like, oh, cool.
Mine's gonna be
That
red.
looks like a red bike. I think I'm getting a blue bike.
How hilarious would it be if your brother got a red bike though, and you just got like a book?
Oh, dude, one year he got drum set and I got some guitar picks. He got a whole drum set.
Picks?
A whole drum
You
set.
didn't even get the guitar?
No, just
Oh,
picks.
Was it because you
man.
already had a guitar?
No, he had a guitar.
What the hell?
Yeah,
so-
and
I
then
think
I
they
had to
messed
buy.
it. I think they got it backwards.
Yeah.
Like,
Maybe
It
they
was-
forgot who had what.
yeah.
I had older parents. I had geriatric parents. You know, they kind of forgotten a little bit.
You
No,
said your dad was 70 right now.
yeah, my mom's 75.
Oh, I love that.
What's that like? You have a really fascinating family.
It's bizarre.
Yeah.
but also like
That's older than my
Yeah, yeah.
I guess my grandparents are in their 70s now, but yeah.
yeah. So my parents, like my mom was 33, so she was 42 when she had me,
Nice.
which was like, I mean, there are grandmas that are 42,
Right.
Yep.
Especially now.
Yep.
Especially
yeah,
now.
more than ever.
The world we live in.
With TikTok and OnlyFans.
The long skirts keep getting shorter.
But no, it was great. My parents were just like out of touch.
Yeah.
But also, it was fun.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know anything different, so it's hard to be like,
Right.
what would it be like
You
to have
can't
like
compare and
like a
contrast.
young athletic dad? It's
Yeah.
like, I did. My dad was just like in his 40s.
Yeah, I mean, you should play golf with him. It's
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
awesome.
It was
That's
great.
pretty great.
So
Yeah.
great, dude. If it's any consolation, on the mountain bike race, gave me so much inspiration, guys. I got my ass absolutely handed to me by the 65-year-old. He had to be. He had to be in his 60s.
Really?
His legs were so strong, I couldn't believe it. He passed me like he'd pass me on the uphills, I'd pass him on the downhills. So we kind of ping ponged, but then we got to the big uphill. No, he burned me.
Really?
He
That's
burned me bad.
Grandpa strength.
So it's like one thing is like we were during the bike race, like there was a bunch of like 60-year-olds out there, women, men in their 60s kicking butt. I was like, that's the coolest sport. That's the goal.
That's awesome.
So
Yeah.
it's like, age is, I think what they say, age is just a
Number.
which is actually not true for so many legal cases. But it's like age is a mindset.
Age is so much more.
He's like,
Your Honor.
Just a number.
if I could just,
Dude, how did the bike race go?
It was the hardest.
You just told me it was hot.
It was the hardest bike I've ever done.
Did
I don't
you
even know how
win?
to say. No, not even close. Way slower time than my actual best time out there practicing.
Oh wow. Got
So
nervous.
I wanted to do it with I wanted to finish the race with my brother, and
Okay.
he wiped out very hard. Like got super banged up.
Oh, no.
And so it was like, hey, let's just live. Let's just get to the end of the ride. It was 19 miles was the one I
Wow.
did, and it was so hot on the court. Like they're on the steepest hill of the whole race, so steep that you have to walk sections. Like I had to walk almost the entire thing this time, and it was so hot that it was where that part of the course had to be coming off the rocks had to be 102 degrees. And so it's hot on your back, you're breathing in hot air, and you cannot actually pedal. You don't have any of the energy to pedal. It was people who had done
That's
the race
fun.
a ton
That's
of
really
times.
fun.
Yeah, literally,
Yeah, it sounds fun.
I was in the middle of that hill. I'm like, why? I was like, why is this a hobby of mine? Why am I doing it? Legitimately, I paid
money to do this
race. I paid for my bike. I'm like, why did I choose to do this? And then you get to the top of the hill after hiking the bike up. I did not bike. And then you get back on your bike and you do the big downhill. You're like, wow, this is so fun. This is why I do it. And then you get done with the race and you completely forgot how much it sucked already. You're like, oh, I can't wait to go next year and do better. And it's a weird mental thing. But the race was so fun. People in the mountain bike world are rad. That's all I got to say. They're just so kind. Everybody who ran the event was awesome. I'm very excited to keep doing events like that.
And they smell a lot nicer than the yoga crowd.
Weirdly, yeah.
Strange.
Weirdly, it is strange. Yoga people, I think it's the food.
What do you think is the stinkiest sport?
Oh, that's a good question.
I would say
Like the stinkiest sport community.
maybe rock climbers.
I was going to say rock, they don't shower. They don't
Yeah.
shower.
They take pride in just living in the woods and
They call themselves dirt bags.
yeah.
Do they really?
Yeah.
I haven't been around enough.
Yeah, I mean, they're cool as heck, don't get me wrong. They're rad. They're cool people. They can scale things but they smell terrible.
Yeah. Have you seen? Well, I guess you haven't because you would have known the Dirtbags reference. But it's a documentary on Netflix. It's the one.
127 hours. That's the only rock climbing. I know two rock
I
climbing
need you to know that
things.
that's not a documentary.
I know
And
the
I think
one
he
about
was more of a hiker than a rock climber.
Well,
It's more like rock falling.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
there we go. What class? I guess how quickly you go up it defines whether you're hiking or climbing.
Hiking is no safety harness.
Okay.
You got your boots on. You're going up. But rock climbing is that thing doesn't look like any human should be able to go up it, and then they do.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
We're talking they're grabbing things with their pinky nail and they're they're.
Oh, that's right. What's the one about the guy who did Free Solo?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was great. That was incredible.
Holy
and then he
moly.
died doing that.
No,
Didn't he?
the other guy. So there's.
Oh,
there's
there's
so
another guy.
many
There's
who
another
have
guy who
died.
did. Yeah.
Basically, if you decide to do free, free soloing, you're basically just
Signing up to die.
I'm going to sign up to die one day. I don't know when.
I mean, that's kind of life already.
Yeah. That's
kind of, but
traffic.
it's extremely
Die
higher.
by falling off a mountain.
Yeah, giving everything you got, and then all of a sudden, or it could be the quickest thing. You've got it, I've got it, and then you slip and you didn't even know.
You didn't quite give it everything you got.
Maybe you didn't because you fell.
Yeah.
Because you fell, so you didn't quite give
You
it.
thought you gave it
Yeah.
everything you had.
C+. He's
D+
dead.
for dead.
For dead forever.
Dude,
Yeah, what do you think goes through your head when you're falling? Or is it just you think it's it's like people are died my whole life flashed before my eyes and I had this epiphany, or do you think with that you're just damn it?
I think it's probably a damn it.
I think it's
And
knew
regret. I think
Yeah.
so
Rats.
much regret comes into their head right there that they didn't know they had.
Yeah.
Because all of a sudden they're in that fall. I bet they're thinking of their family. I bet they're thinking of just the ones who actually love them and that they love, and they're all thinking of that in that split time. And they're why did I do this? I remember watching this video. It was so hardcore. But one of the guys, he's total. He started a nonprofit to help people who are in severe depression, suicidal, because he was one of there's not a handful of people who've survived jumping off the Golden Gate Bridge, and he tried to commit suicide by jumping off the Golden Gate, and he lived miraculously. And he said, right as his feet left the bridge, he regretted. It was it's the thing that was on him lifted, and he's like, I'm gonna die, and no one's gonna know that I didn't want to die, which is the most hardcore thing about depression. It's it's a big lie to you, and it left right as he jumped. So I have to imagine if you're rock climbing, I'm so heavy, so hardcore, but if you're free soloing, I think there's something broken in your brain, you're doing it as an escape in a very unhealthy way.
I think they've proven that scientifically that your amygdala or something is really
your pain
small.
your pain receptor.
Your
your fear receptor. Yeah, you don't have it.
Amygdala?
Amygdala.
That's pretty cool. I've never heard that word. Sounds like a cool band.
Miggy.
We're Migdala.
My Miggy's all jacked up.
I'm going to start saying that when I'm scared. Guys, my Miggy is really going off.
Just
My
ping pong
Miggy's
over
getting
here.
friggy.
My Miggy's getting freaky, guys.
Yeah. So they've found that in like a lot of those people, even people who don't free solo or whatever it's
Like
called.
adrenaline junkie guys.
Yeah. They actually have a smaller capacity to feel fear. So it's not even that, and they are courageous, but it's not even that in their own bodies they're experiencing themselves as courageous.
They're just doing it.
There's like a lack of fear.
So hardcore.
But I think a lack of fear or an absence of fear goes away quick when you're like certainly about to die. Like that has to be different.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to be
Oh,
like,
you mean as you say?
you have to be like, surely this is it.
Yeah.
Like I should just embrace this.
Yeah.
Doesn't
boy.
doesn't your brain release DMT when you're about to
Oh
die?
yeah. I think
What
you,
the heck is that?
DMT.
Don't know what that is.
the God drug.
Yeah.
Oh, really? So if you know you're about to die, you just kind of like suppresses all the feelings.
Secretes.
Whoa.
all the- yeah.
That's wild.
It's a drug you can take. Have you done it?
I have not done.
Oh, you
DMT,
haven't done it?
No. Have you?
No. But I remember one night we were talking about different stuff, and you'd done a cocktail of different things.
Yeah.
So I thought DMT.
Not DMT.
I didn't do it all together, Trey. It wasn't like I hadn't actually do a real cocktail.
No, I mean, sorry.
Individually.
A cacophony of drugs.
Yeah. I went to public school, Yeah, for a small portion of my life. Yeah.
But
love it, dude.
Experienced lots of different things.
Yeah.
But DMT was not one of them. No.
Yeah.
But I've heard interesting things.
yeah, it's like it puts you under for like 10 minutes or something, but it feels like a year, or it feels like
Whoa.
days and days have gone
See,
by.
maybe that's why they say like my whole life flashed before my
Right.
because
That's
it
what
actually
it is.
slows time down.
Yeah.
Oh, we were talking about time last time.
Yeah.
Really?
What is? Yeah, we talked about time. How people, the question is, do people experience time differently from one another?
or
based off
differently in themselves at different points? Like, does time
Yes.
actually go by faster?
Oh, it's
when
a very-
you're having fun, or when you're in a state of flow versus when you're doing something grueling or menial.
Weird. I think of the week as a linear thing, Monday through Friday, and Saturday and Sunday sit below it.
Yeah,
Oh, weird.
Have you guys ever thought about that?
No, I don't think I have.
I'm thinking about it now.
Like I always
I
think
do
like
like
when it
that,
comes to
yeah.
Friday night, like when I go to sleep, I'm like, oh, I'm kind of like ticking over and hanging on the weekend.
Oh, wow.
Huh?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
My Saturday and Sunday always sit kind of underneath the week.
And when you say that, like, does that mean it's slower or faster? What does that represent to you in your head?
I think it's all kind of speeds the same, but I just see it in a different. Like if I were to like visualize the week, it would be like
Oh,
Monday,
really?
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Interesting.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
No.
It's all circular.
So then
Yeah.
is Monday like climbing back?
Yeah,
up?
yeah. I'm like Sunday night. I'm like climbing back into Monday, which is probably why I'm so exhausted Monday mornings. I have this like mental
Yeah,
cycle.
you
that
got
I
this
have to go
picture that
through.
you
Yeah.
literally have made it so terrible for
I've been
yourself.
climbing all
Terrible.
night, guys.
Yeah.
But then if I have it all linear, how do I get back to Monday?
Interesting, dude.
It have to be like a flat circle,
Yeah,
and you're like in
I'd
a
have to be
hamster wheel.
Yeah, there you go. I have to be
Oh.
vertically looking down at my life.
Yeah.
I fell asleep watching a Netflix documentary last night. Probably the worst thing to fall asleep to was this thing. It was called what was it?
It was the Firefest documentary.
It was called something. It was called something Infinity. It was about looking into infinity. It was something
wow.
like that. I don't know if it's exactly called that, but it was talking about how it's such a mind blowing concept and how there are bigger infinities than some. There are certain infinities are technically bigger than others. And it was just one of those documentaries where it's like late at night and you're trying to go to bed, and my dreams were
Weird.
Wild.
influenced
Yep.
influenced by it. It was wild. I couldn't tell you one thing they said. I couldn't be like, oh, this is a cool thing about infinity. No, it's just really painful.
But could you tell us about the dreams you had?
Yeah, what happened there?
It was kind of like there was a thing. Okay, so like the mirror effect.
Yeah.
When you look into the mirror and you can see it going forever.
Right.
My dream had an element of that in it with the scene. I don't know. It was weird.
That is
talking about different. Because in the documentary they talked about multiple versions of yourself existing. Like, and if one thing, this was okay. Here we go. Let's get into it. They basically said this was the analogy. They said you put an apple in a box,
Yeah.
and eventually that apple is going to disintegrate, and it will mold for the first 100 years. But if it was, hypothetically in that box forever for infinity, if that apple was in that box for infinity, it would go through a state of decay, and then it would go into nuclear fission because all those chemicals would eventually heat up to thousands of degrees just by sitting there and reacting with each other, but it has to be like billions of years.
Right.
But then it would form back to each other. So hypothetically, that apple will disintegrate and then form back into the apple again. Like anything that can be in that apple, anything that could like element wise be made of the apple will happen inside of an infinity.
So it would just be like you'd open the box a billion years from now, maybe, and it's just like the pure essence of an apple.
Yes, but
that doesn't
billions
mean
of years later,
but
billions of years later,
it'll re-apple.
It was talking about the way that the elements would disintegrate and then nuclear fission would happen because they eventually would heat up to whatever it would cause. It's like its own little mini solar system. It's really painful to think about, but just saying like essentially if that's the case with that apple. What if the question's like the apple's in the box, but what if we're living in the box? Like what if humans are in that box?
Wow.
And so there's this repetition of everything that has happened already has happened and will happen again.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I mean, that's kind of not a Jesus mindset, to look into it. But it is interesting when you start thinking about deja vu and all that jazz and just like, it just gets weird.
Yeah.
No, it just gets weird.
I was thinking about that the other day. I'm heavily convinced that there's only like 20 different types of people.
Okay, go. What do you? Oh, you mean like we all have like each other's lives?
I think there's like 20 like character models, and then everybody just kind of gets a different version of that.
That's interesting.
I kind of like
that.
Okay.
I was in a casino over the weekend, and I saw this guy that I was like, I know who that person is, and I've never met him before in my life.
Yeah.
It was so weird.
So he's like an archetype of a person.
Yeah. He looked like just a create your character version of a guy that I knew, but he like did the hair differently and like changed the skin tone slightly.
Yeah, I can get on board with that. I mean, there's so many.
Like, do you ever meet somebody and you're like, that's a Chad, that's an Amy.
Yeah. Like, you compare them to like, oh, you are my best. I mean, that's what happens all the time. You remind me so much of your cousin, like my cousin or blah, 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 this. Yeah, it's really interesting.
20 though, huh?
Well, I thought maybe there's a lot more, but
I would say maybe that's too much.
Yeah.
Like that might be even too big.
You think there's less, like 5?
What if there's 7?
Maybe 10. I like the Enneagram, like the middle.
Okay, just 7. Yeah. You can only find those certain ones. The Enneagram, what a weird thing.
Oh man,
I feel like I went overseas and came back and the Enneagram was here.
It was a trend. It was kind of like silly bands for adults.
I think it's dying down a bit.
Yeah, I think it definitely is.
So that means we need to start the next one.
Yeah.
All right, you guys want to start a personality test?
Well, it could be personality test or just the next trend.
The next
trend. The next like everybody's talking about it. Because to me, the Enneagram is just modern day astrology. Like it's just the same thing.
Well, you know what else is modern day astrology? Is astrology.
Astrology.
Yeah. People are doing that
hard.
And
people love the moon and the cycles and what it does to you. And I'm not really convinced. Other than like tides, I don't really think it affects much. But maybe it does.
Some people in my office were your office too.
Our office,
formerly yours as well.
Formerly mine.
Were
R.I.P.
talking about their horoscopes or whatever.
Oh wow!
And I was like, wait, what would be my thing, my sign? They're like, well, when you're born? And I was like, February 17th. And they said, all right, you're this. So that means you're this, this, this. And I was like, that is all wrong.
Like so inaccurate.
They could not be further from the truth.
Yeah.
And so I've never been intrigued by it. I'm like, bullshit.
Yeah. See, the only thing is I'm a Gemini. And a Gemini is like a two-faced person, and I have a twin brother. So technically,
wow,
that's a little bit weird.
It's a little scary.
Yeah,
that is weird.
But other than that, I don't think.
I love who's a comedian who made this joke about signs. He's talking about like being Cancer, and he's like, I killed grandma. Finding out, but that was mine. Like I'm Cancer. I'm like, I hate that.
It doesn't sound good.
It doesn't sound good at all.
Yeah.
And why do they have these like weird like Greek like Capricorn? It
sounds more sophisticated.
Well, I think maybe the Greeks were the people who found it.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it's like an
probably
American. I don't think it was the forefathers.
Not an American thing?
Yeah, no, I don't think
Kraft
so.
Foods didn't bring us.
George Washington's just like, all right, guys, as a Capricorn, I declare that. Oh man,
I think that is such a Capricorn thing to do.
That's their argument.
Do you think they knew about it?
The forefathers? Yeah, it's thousands of years old.
Okay. Do you think they were like concerned?
Well, they were They were Masons. They were all Masons. Everybody forgets that. All
They
the
were.
Christian people forget that.
I don't know.
But do you think like when they read like the Pilgrim's Progress like pamphlet, they were like flipping to the back where it had like the horoscopes written out?
Oh, that'd be interesting.
Did what?
No.
I was like, wait.
These
are worlds colliding right now.
I feel like horoscopes only exist like in the back of newspapers and then on like a very boring Twitter feed.
Yeah.
Like that's where they exist now.
Well, how's that different than the Chinese thing? Because if you go and
Year of the Dragon,
Zodiac.
That's wait, Chinese is Zodiac?
Yeah, I think so.
They have that.
They have that.
I know a killer had it.
There was a Zodiac.
Zodiac killer. I don't know.
Close to here.
Yeah,
San Francisco area.
That's wild. Montana. Montana had the Unabomber. We had that guy. That was our one bad guy. California's got a lot more than that.
Yeah.
More people.
More people, yeah.
That's true. More likely.
Yeah, you know what's the thing is, if you want to make a name for yourself as a bad guy, you should probably just move to a state that doesn't have a big population.
Yeah, you'll be bigger news.
You'll be like, oh,
Like,
you're
go
the
to
guy from
Nebraska.
Idaho.
Yeah.
You're the Idaho guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Oklahoma has Timothy McVeigh
Yeah, there you go.
and Kevin Durant, and those are our bad
And
guys.
that's
Those are the people we hate. Do you think there's a famous serial killer from every single state?
There's got to be.
How many famous serial killers are there? Where's John Wayne Gacy from?
Oklahoma, I think.
No shit.
yeah.
No.
it was Midwest.
Producer, show us.
Please,
show us.
Tyler.
I think it's Texas or Oklahoma.
I think it's
gotta
Texas.
open
Oh,
up.
it might
Or
be Texas.
Kansas.
Or Kansas. I think it's one
Final
of the middle
bet,
states.
Missouri.
John
Going
Wayne
Missouri.
Gacy.
I think it's Kansas or Texas. It cannot be Oklahoma. I wouldn't know.
Man.
We have the Tiger King though,
There's something in
you
the
do have the
water.
Tiger
Oh,
King.
you do.
but we have Carrie Underwood. So
Oh, she's great.
yeah, she's amazing. Wonderful gal.
The Onion Burger?
The Onion Burger.
You guys haven't had a Oklahoma Onion Burger. Where's John Wayne Gacy from?
Chicago.
Oh, we were all off.
Oh, well, he
I
he
remember
fits
that
right
now.
in up there, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Murderer from Chicago.
The new one. He's not new.
The new
Ted Bundy.
the new one.
You guys heard of this new
guys
serial
heard of
This
killer?
guy.
Yeah, they're doing this new serial killer thing. He's new.
He's really breaking the ground on a lot of
Jeff Dahmer.
Killing.
Jeffrey
Dahmer.
Dahmer.
Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna look up because I so confidently
Do you
said
guys
that.
do you guys get down with the serial killer like
Like shows?
entertainment?
Yeah.
Shows, podcasts.
For a time,
I'm into
it'll wreck me mentally for a while. I had to step.
I can't do it.
I
I
can't
can't do
digest
it.
it too much. It's like
No.
one, and then for a while, and I'm like I watched Blackbird on Apple TV. Oh, that's
That
good.
was haunting.
That's good.
Yeah.
So
Have
I
you
like
seen that?
the. Oh,
I haven't seen it,
Oh
no.
man, the acting in it is
Yeah.
actually terrifying. It's crazy.
If you saw my like Netflix like algorithm, you'd be like, "Oh, this a child lives here."
Do you watch a lot of anime?
No, I don't. But I watch a lot of cooking shows
Oh, okay.
That's great.
and feel good stuff.
I don't feel
That's
like
what you
very-
should
It's not
watch.
like
you know?
childish.
That's better.
That's just healthy, connected.
Are
Person.
you a big fan of the British Bake Off? British?
Oh, I love the British.
It
Bake Off.
is so good.
I've been watching the kids one. These kids are psychopaths. They're crazy children, and none of them can cook. Not one of them. Like you watch like Chopped Junior, and you're like, wow, that kid's pretty good.
Yeah.
Like you watch Junior Bake Off, and you're like, this kid has no idea what he's doing, and he's eating all the ingredients before he puts them into the cake.
Is that kind of the appeal though? It's kind of like some of those shows they bring a bunch of amateurs and they're just like scrambling. Is that kind of a thing for kids?
Yeah, I think like I started watching it and I was like, these kids all suck. They're all gonna fail.
Yeah.
And then they judge them and they're like, that's really good. And I'm like, oh wow.
Oh, they're so sweet.
This is so
But maybe they're
kind.
just being
This is-
nice
They're
to
like
their kids
they're
who
like
don't know
helping out all these little kids.
Yeah.
And then they've gotten progressively better, but the age range is like 8 to 14. So there's
That's a
like
big jump.
Yeah. I'm like,
Yeah.
14, like you're in high school at 14.
Guys, I coached flag football for Bethel Christian School,
Nice.
and it was 8 to 14.
8 to 14
Yeah.
in the same team,
It was
Oh,
also 8
no.
to 14 kids. That's
And so
all they had. Yeah.
they were,
depending on.
and I had like 10-year-old after 10-year-old, and I had one like 12-year-old, and there were teams we'd go up against that were
That-
all 14-year-olds, and it was like from a movie.
Who organized
I'm like,
this?
who's in charge of this league?
8 to 4. The difference.
14, you've got armpit hair, you've got peach
Yeah.
fuzz, your voice is
100%.
deeper, and I literally had 8-year-olds like, oh god, like we went 0-9, and it's not because I'm a bad coach.
No, it's because you're playing like
I was living my dream because I do have like
thin
this.
mustaches.
What?
Yeah, you're probably
Oh.
playing against kids who have thin mustaches, man.
Yeah, it was brutal. So there were some games, but we like
That
half
is
of our games we lost by one touchdown or like one score.
Oh.
Wow.
We were so close
You're
so
the
many times.
so you're the Nebraska of,
Yeah.
of
Yeah,
flag
yeah.
football.
You guys
I'd
barely
be like, we
made
did pretty good today. I see some progress.
Yeah, we're getting there. We lost by 1 point.
Yeah. The
Oh,
parents,
man.
like after the game, I'd walk past the parents. They're like, you're doing such a good job.
Does that just make you just so mad?
We appreciate you.
Like,
Thank you for loving our Johnny.
Was that like did you enjoy that? Or
I
was that-
loved it, dude.
You loved it.
I loved it.
Are you-
I
That's awesome.
have like I have a dream of like being a stand-up comedian, living in San Diego or
Right.
New York or something and doing all that. I have like this alternate dream where I just live in West Texas and I just coach a high school football team.
wow.
Like I live the Friday Night Lights lifestyle.
The dream.
Wow.
And I don't even need to be the main character coach. I just want to be one of the coaches.
Just, oh, man. Yeah, it would be fun.
I think, and my son's playing. That goes
100%.
without saying.
Clearly.
You know, he doesn't have to be quarterback. He can be running back.
Does your wife work in the administration
Just a
office
key
somewhere?
She runs the concession stand, but just because it's fun.
Just because she has to.
Right.
Well,
Just-
no, she
just
gets to
'cause
be
she
there.
wants to.
Yeah.
We're very wealthy.
Yes.
In this
Okay.
fantasy. And she just shows up and like, can you
Family
believe
money.
that Gabby Ellis works the concession stand? They have like
They're so humble.
$40 million in net worth.
She doesn't need to be doing that, but she's doing that.
But nobody questions where you, as a high school football coach, where you got your $40 million.
Yeah, no one
In
asks
this
you
fantasy-
questions.
No.
Yeah,
That's-
just we don't talk about
it's
that.
totally legit.
We talk about football, faith, and family.
Yeah. I always thought that would be fun to like just do a very mundane thing. Not mundane in a bad way, but like I'm a male guy. Or
Interesting. Like, yeah, just a very chill.
yeah.
Like a chill. No one ever talks about chill fantasies.
No.
What's your chill fantasy?
I gotta
I
go
like this. We should trademark that afterwards. Like,
chill
what's your
fantasy.
chill fantasy?
Dude, we should.
Hey, look, we're just like we're setting the expectation right now. We're not going to blow you away,
Yeah.
but we'll give you a really sick chill fantasy.
What's a chill fantasy?
Yeah, an
something
average night. What's your average night?
I mean, mailman's good. Like just something that like you're just really content doing. Mm-hmm. Oh boy, I've never thought of this. This is a good thing to think
Good
about.
exercise.
Yeah.
So would you say? I mean, to me, being a football coach isn't that's intense. It's intense work, right? That's a lot of work.
Yeah, but I feel
Would you
like
put that in your chill
From
category?
September to May,
That's true.
he gets the summers off.
That's true.
that's true. I didn't think about that.
I
Extra
mean,
perk
my
unlocked.
real dream is kind of chill. If you were a writer, in regards, like songwriter, children's book writer, and you have like this cabin and you just kind of hang out there. That's
Are you like a tormented writer in your fantasy, or are you like?
I guess it's true. It is a fan. I kind of Johnny
do
Depp
whatever you
Secret
want.
Windows
Yeah.
style.
Yeah.
I have like, I'm so broody.
Yeah.
I could be so broody in my chill fantasy.
Are you like
perpetual
are you
writer's block.
Just like, God, I smoke so many cigarettes.
yeah.
I'm always going on walks.
Are you Hunter S. Thompson, or are you like? I was trying to think of another writer, and the only one I could think of was J.K. Rowling because of our conversation today.
That's not a very chill fantasy.
No,
that's extreme
Yeah,
fantasy.
but you are like
You wanna-
a trillionaire.
You want to hear a cool story about J.K.
Hemingway?
What's that? Tyler? Go for it.
Sorry, Hemingway or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Hemingway,
he's like. I mean, yeah. So
Didn't
dark
he
in
do
his
like
head.
weird stuff though?
Well, Hemingway was hardcore.
There was a documentary about him, I think, where somebody like just found him in a random town.
I believe that entirely. He was like Mr. Hunterer, traveler, explorer, like deep, dark brooding, and then he'd go write an incredible book.
Did
And
he
then-
write Catch on the Rye? Is that Hemingway?
No.
No. Who am I thinking
Oh,
of? Who wrote Catcher in the Rye?
Salinger.
Salinger, J.D. Salinger. My literary chops are not what they used
Dude,
to
my,
be.
no, me neither, bro.
Dropping off.
Ernest Hemingway.
I majored in English in college and already forgot.
Did you
every
He
really?
wrote
author
The
I
Old
did.
Man and the
Wow.
Sea.
Creative writing.
From whom the bell tolls. Farewell to Arms.
This is
song.
Hemingway.
Yeah.
This is a great J. Cole song.
I took
His big one is-
creative writing strictly because I needed to get an A for my average.
Oh, really? Oh, like
Yeah.
a course?
I
Like the
took a
creative
course
writing
when I was in
class.
high school. Yeah,
High school. I did that
That's
too.
cool.
I loved creative writing. That is hopefully will be my career.
Right.
It's just a
Yeah.
creative writing in some
Really? Wow.
regards.
Yeah. Our
So-
creative writing teacher just filled out like online surveys all day for like $2 or something like ridiculously cheap. And he was like, "Yeah, this is my side hustle." And I was like, oh, "Okay." Like he came and taught us creative writing.
This is
And then
before
just, like,
Uber. He's a total
yeah,
Uber
yeah,
driver
and he was
now.
making like an extra $18 a day, just
$2 service.
downloading surveys.
He
on
should have
his,
just started an online business, dude.
Well,
like
yeah,
something.
that's too much, dude.
Yeah,
That's
maybe
too
it is.
lofty. This was a chill fantasy, all right?
I guess that's a good chill fantasy. Just doing
my
online
gosh.
surveys,
That
being a
would be a
teacher
great
who does
word.
online
Teaching creative
Actually,
writing.
to be
You guys-
honest, one of my chill fantasy would probably being a theater teacher. That's it.
Oh,
that's
wow,
it.
that's good.
That's my chill fantasy because last year teaching kids, I was like, man, I freaking love this.
Dude, can we work at the same high school? I coach football.
Oh
You
my
coach-
gosh,
you
guys,
teach
let's
theater?
start a
And
school.
I could be the lunch lady.
Oh my word, that's your chill.
I think it'd be fun.
What's up, guys? Hey, yeah,
Yeah.
today's meal.
We have square pizza today.
And then what you do is like when the kid who doesn't have enough money, you're like,
Yeah.
hey man, I got you,
I got you, dude.
Oh, that's a sweet moment.
and then you give him his
Yeah.
food.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be cool.
I think these chill fantasies are fun if you are doing it because you love it and you already are taken care of financially, you know?
Right.
Like
Yeah, nobody wants to see
lunch
the
guy
dark
with a secret.
Yeah, nobody wants to see the lunch guy with a secret.
yeah.
You don't want to be a lunch guy because you have to be.
Because
No,
you have
nobody
to
wants to
be.
see the dark side of the lunch guy.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Oh man.
Which is most of the time where he's not on the lunch line.
All right, so
He's probably into some.
funny story. So 5 kids. My mom didn't work growing up, right? And my dad worked in food service, so it was not like we were bringing home the bacon.
Yeah.
But it was also the 90s, so
Right.
it was different.
No one was bringing home bacon.
But they had the school that we went to did like they would give lunch if your family didn't meet a certain household income. They would give you lunch for like 40 cents or something.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So my mom figured out like whatever lunch was for a week, so $2.
Yep. Yep.
Right. So she'd give us like $2.50 for the whole week. But you could buy a Star Crunch for 50 cents.
Okay.
Right.
That's more than the entire cost of a lunch.
More than the actual lunch.
What does that say?
So my brother and I would have like these like battles of like how long we could get regular lunch before we gave in to like, I'm just going to blow this on Star Crunch.
That's awesome, dude.
Some days it was like Monday you had 5 Star Crunches for lunch and you weren't going to eat the rest of the week. And then some days you made it the entire way and you were like, this is good. You know?
Oh, that is so great. Oh man,
Lunch guy. I think being a I love how they're all high school related.
Yeah,
They have to be.
Yeah, we haven't.
There's something about working with kids though. Like
Yeah.
it honestly is such a rewarding thing.
Oh, it's a joy.
Like at the mountain bike race, a bunch of the kids I taught last year were really into mountain biking, and they competed in the race. And I just
cool.
got to see them for the first time in like over a year. And I was like, oh man, we just caught up, and then I got his number. I'm gonna go riding with him later. Like we're gonna go like
Wait,
ride
is
mountain
he
bikes.
the one that won?
Isaac won.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know
Monica
Isaac.
told us
I
about that.
probably won't give all their names out, but
Yeah. How old are they?
yeah.
Where the age is just a number.
Yeah, 8th
We
grade.
established this.
But it was awesome just because I was like, dude, you actually like these are like young dudes who are becoming men,
There you
and
go.
like when you're like riding with them, they're like pushing through some really hard stuff. Like they're athletes and they're working. I'm like,
Yeah.
this is freaking. It's so rewarding. I can understand why coaches love it because you get to see those kids like push them, and then they grow up and then go do things in their life. I mean,
Oh, it's so crazy.
Super rewarding.
I still remember so many moments I had with my coach in 7th grade.
Yeah.
Like he taught me so many important lessons. I still remember what it was like riding to the game with him, and it was just me and him and the other team's caravanning. I'm with coach, you know,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, oh, just be cool, be cool. He's like smoking a cigarette with the window down, listening to country
dude.
music, and I'm like, I still remember that was from literally 20 years ago.
Yeah.
and I remember this guy, and he
So
was just
awesome.
he was a dude living his chill fantasy.
He's a
coaching 7th grade football in Stillwater, Oklahoma. His
Dude.
name was Coach Buddy Kelly.
His name was Coach Buddy.
That's a very Oklahoma name, I feel.
totally.
Oh my gosh.
Buddy Kelly.
Is Eskimo Joe's from Stillwater?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, Eskimo Joe's is the spot.
I've been there one time. I got a shirt.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
A shirt or a cup. Those are kind of the keepsakes.
Yeah, I
that
got a
Eskimo
shirt.
Joe's offers.
Tie-dye shirt was a bad choice. I feel like tie-dye never look like it's always one of those things where you're like you see it in a movie and you're like, wow.
Yeah,
That's cool.
Totally.
That guy looks really cool. And then you wear it and people are like, are you all right?
it's. Do
you-
you need money?
Are you exercising a chill
Camp
fantasy right now?
counselor right now?
Yeah. What's
Dude,
going on?
that's a good chill camp counselor.
Wow.
That might be my chill fantasy.
Yes.
Wow.
Perpetual camp council.
I might
It's like one of
just do
those
that.
year-round camps where there's always
Yes.
different groups of kids
Yeah.
coming.
Only wear
You're
sandals.
like one of the guys from the cast of Heavyweights.
Yes.
Oh my god! I was about to bring up Heavyweights.
Full circle, baby.
That movie is so great.
Oh, it's incredible.
Isn't Ben Stiller like a dick in that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
he plays like his same character, I think, from that he plays
Happy
in Dodgeball.
in Dodgeball.
Yeah.
Gosh. That's
I've
so
heard
funny.
that, but I haven't seen Dodgeball in a while.
You're
Oh, man.
Percusizing, Tony. that movie like makes me laugh so much.
It's funnier than most new comedy movies today.
I've seen it
honestly.
once, a long time ago.
It's worth a rewatch.
I need to go back.
It holds up.
And whatchamacallit wrote it. The guy who wrote Freaks and Geeks.
Oh, Judd Apatow?
Judd Apatow wrote it.
Oh, shoot.
Which is
So you know it's
Now
good.
you know it's going to
it's
be fired.
goated.
Gosh.
I just remember
I
seeing
love that Freaks
kid.
and Geeks was the
Yeah, yeah.
sample.
Yeah.
He wrote Step Brothers and Anchorman.
No, deep cut.
Yeah, deep cut, dude. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
that's a good show. Freaks and Geeks is good.
Oh, dude, I love. See, Judd Apatow's like my perfect
Yes.
kind of.
He's my not chill fantasy.
It's funny,
yeah.
But lighthearted.
but lighthearted,
got
but
good
also
heart.
then he
Yeah.
covers some real stuff.
Yeah.
Like that's where my TV kind of peaks. If Judd Apatow could write it, I'll watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool.
He has a master class.
Oh, it was so good. If you're just a fan of Judd Apatow, I would just recommend listening to it.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's just cool to hear how they, write and how they process. It's freaking awesome.
Yeah, he's the man.
That was the reason I watched Crashing, Pete Holmes Crashing,
yeah.
because he brought it up, and that show's so good.
That show's so good. Pete Holmes is hilarious.
Oh my gosh, it was cool. I love a show like that because I loved the first ever experience of Pete Holmes was his Batman, his college humor Batman. That was the first time I'd ever seen him do anything.
Okay.
So like it's kind of funny that your first filter of somebody is what you see them as, and meanwhile he had done this whole extensive career as going after stand up comedy, and it was like something I never even paid attention to. But then going back and watching that show, it's like now when I listen to it, because his stand up before, I was like, I don't really like it that much. Now I love it. Like now I love his stand up.
Because you have his like backstory.
Yeah, I know who I understand who he is now.
He has a podcast. You Made It Weird.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah, that was my first introduction. Was You Made It Weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Crashing was incredible.
He is so funny. He's such a high energy guy. You know?
Oh, yeah.
He's like, oh, here we go. It's bananas. But he makes me genuinely happy.
Yeah.
That's a good Pete Holmes.
Yeah,
I think I'm gonna have you do Pete Holmes just randomly in everyday life.
Just call you. Just
hey, can you do Pete Holmes?
Hey, sorry,
I'm feeling a little low.
Really
Make sure you hit your deadline, Seven. Oh, you bring me so much joy.
Tyler's quiet laughing. Like Tyler, your microphone like has you sound like you're 4 miles away.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. That's fantastic.
Yeah, I'm definitely inspired by that guy.
Yeah, good old.
He was when I was in college. That's when I discovered that I wanted to do stand up.
Okay.
I started by just listening to a ton of comedians on Spotify.
Okay.
And so I would literally when I discovered Pete Holmes, I listened to both of his albums. There's one called Nice Try the Devil, and the other one's called I forget what it's called. It's like The Most Wonderful Time of Year or something like that. So far, I laughed so hard listening to those albums that I genuinely, like, every night I would listen to stand up before I went to sleep every night, like while I was going to sleep. I'd listen to it, and then the next day, wherever I fell asleep, I'd pick back up and finish it. And so what I would do is whenever I'd finish an album, it would say more artists like this, and I discover a new comedian.
Oh, that's really cool.
So
yeah.
I'm pretty geeky when it comes to comedians. There's very few comedians you could name that I wouldn't know one of their jokes at least.
Oh, that's awesome.
But it was from this time in college where I'd listen every night. I would, before I would search anyone else, I would search his name to see if he came out with a new album. I was like, please just drop another. He was like my first real inspiration. And John Mulaney.
Is he on your comedy Mount Rushmore?
That's tough because
There's a lot.
There's a
a lot of good guys.
Yeah, and I would say in my 20s, he definitely was. Okay. I think as you grow, your taste kind of change and evolve and stuff.
Yeah.
And now that I know about a bunch of other comedians, I'm like, yeah, he's great, but he's not like the greatest, you know. Like, I mean, I'd put John Mulaney, Dave Chappelle, Louis C.K.
Yeah.
And I would probably say, even though when he drops a new special nowadays, I'm not as excited as I used to be, but Kevin Hart really pioneered
he was funny.
He was so
he is
funny.
He is funny.
He is funny. Like he can just talk and just be the funniest person.
That's like the stupidest thing in the world to say. He was funny.
He was so funny.
Now Kevin Hart,
from my perspective, he was
great.
But I will say this. When he was just a comedian and he wasn't a partner with Chase Bank and a movie producer and making all this, when he was just a comedian and that's what he put all his focus and energy on, he was the funniest comedian.
Totally.
He was so freaking funny. The stories he would tell.
Oh, dude, he had that. I always loved that joke about he had a note from his mom.
Yeah.
Or a note from the teacher he had to take to his mom.
Yeah.
That bit would like make me cry.
That was the first. That was my first ever Kevin Hart
cuss word.
Yeah. That was my
mama. Told me to tell you.
Oh yeah, he was great. I loved him. I
haven't watched. I haven't watched a lot of his most recent stuff, to be honest.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. I love comedy. But I don't watch a lot of stand-up comedians.
Really?
I mean, there's the staples. There's Brian Regan for me and Jim Gaffigan. Those guys.
I met him in an airport once.
Which one?
Jim Gaffigan.
Oh,
really?
Yeah, in New Zealand. He wasn't very stoked for me to be like, hey.
I recognize you.
Yeah. He was with his family and he was kind of like, and I was like, that's that's a pretty good
impression of him.
Yeah.
That's smile.
It was like the least Jim Gaffigan thing, I think. But I was also like, all right, I get it. Cool.
Yeah. He does have like 5 kids, 6 kids.
Yeah, he has a lot of children.
Oh, yeah.
And young, too. Mm-hmm. Like, they all needed help. You know? They all needed to find their seat. And I was like, okay.
All right, well, here you go.
I want to say what's up, Jim.
Gaffy!
Yeah. Old Gaff. No, he's great. I like Mike Birbiglia.
Yeah.
He's funny. I really enjoy Mike.
Yeah, Mike Birbiglia is awesome.
Phil's seen him live in New York.
Oh, nice.
Twice.
Oh, he's incredible.
Dude, sweet.
Yeah, Dave's up there for me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like, it's interesting because one thing I loved about film school is they were like, we talked about this too. I don't know if we talked about this on the podcast or it's in person, but just like how many avenues there is to write comedy. It's not just stand up. There's a lot of people who, like, one thing, chill fantasy. Hey, actually semi-chill fantasy is kind of a little bit above. But the people who get to write the Dr. Pepper commercials during football season, like just being a part of that team for what was it called? Sportsville. What's it called?
They call you in like once.
They have a series, and they just have like fun coming up with different commercials and having different.
They keep you in a basement for like
but you probably well the thing is you make so much money.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then you're good, and then it's like, hey, let's Fansville. It's called Fansville.
Yes.
But coming up with like something for a brand like that, like, hey, this is going to be the thing we do for this brand, and we're going to have this person, we're going to have these characters, and we're going to kind of reuse them for this, and we're going to run this commercial from this week to this week, and then the next week, like this will be the next upcoming thing.
Yeah.
Like what Bud Light did before. Well,
what did Bud Light do?
Rest in peace.
All right, P. With the
imagine having that account.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Like Bob Kelly, like his retired high school football coach. He's like, I'm going to get into the beer game. And he's like selling Bud Light, and he's just crushing it, dude.
But like, so we had the Bud Night, and then they did like the
Not
Kingdom
anymore.
stuff for a while. Really great. I don't know his name. He's a really great actor. He does all the Spectrum commercials now, but he was also in. I should look at.
I know who you're talking about. Dark hair.
Well, I don't even think so. I think it's red hair and like he's really funny.
Okay.
He was in Oh, this is the worst when you can't even give the reference to reference the guy for the reference. This freaking sucks.
He was in
he was in a thing.
Okay, but he played it.
So John Krasinski was in the show that Jack Ryan. Have you seen the new Amazon Jack Ryan series?
My parents have.
Super good.
My dad.
It's so
He's
you
talked
should.
about it a couple times.
There's a Navy SEAL in that show who is the guy who was in the Bud Light commercials. And this I've just seen him a couple times. Like he's like an actor who just kind of floats around. But he was
red-haired Navy SEAL.
Maybe
Not believable.
Maybe
Not.
strawberry blonde.
Yeah, there you go.
He's a great actor, but his career has been sweet because it's just been like a really cool role in Jack Ryan, and then like being the king in the Bud Light commercials, and then being the main spokesperson for Spectrum. I'm like, that is a rad career because you just get to have fun. You like as an actor, you're not
Probably
doing
get free internet.
You get definitely, but you also, dude, commercial actors make so much
lot.
money.
Do they really?
They make so much money. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I had
Like
no idea.
royalties.
Because of royalties, because of usage, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
wow.
So
continually
every
being-
time they air the commercial, you get paid.
a lot.
Wow.
Yeah.
And if you have a line, it's like even more. So
Yeah.
like the guy who
If you speak,
it's over, dude. You're set for life.
set.
What's the show with meth about it? What's it called?
About
Breaking
Matt?
Bad.
What's the meth show?
Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad. Jesse. Man, my reference is on fire right now,
You're
dude.
just killing it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep telling you like concepts.
You're head deep in the chill fantasy. That's right.
I'm
That's
so
why.
ahead
Yeah.
in the chill fantasy. I can't even keep up. Jesse, I remember watching a video with that actor. He was talking about how he almost didn't keep pursuing. He almost missed his opportunity for Breaking Bad because he did a Juicy Fruit commercial and he had one line and was just in LA living off the royalties from his Juicy Fruit commercial. And
That's
he's like,
crazy.
I should probably go look for work. And his agent got him a little audition for a show called Breaking Bad.
Wow.
And so it was like, yeah, but he almost was like just living off of his Juicy Fruit ad. Like,
Wow.
just
His
continually.
juicy money.
I need
Juicy
some
money,
Juicy
dude.
money.
I want some juicy money,
I
dude.
need to do one thing really well for the right people.
So here's the deal. If you're listening to this and you want someone to be your juicy,
Juicy money.
dude, hit us up.
Yeah, I'll do it.
you don't want to. They want to be the juicy.
No, they want someone to be the juicy.
Oh, okay.
I think that's
trying to
my.
get juiced.
Just get juiced, guys. Hey, Trey and I would like one line in a commercial. One line in a
They can
commercial
share
for
it.
what should it be? What should we do a commercial for? Let's put it into the world. What's the brand?
Apples, like just apples.
Just apples, not
Big Apple.
No, yeah, Big Apple money. You know, like
Big
you know how
Apple?
they're like doing like these avocados are from California.
Yeah.
Or milk from California.
Kind of like the cranberry
Yeah,
ones
yeah,
where
yeah,
they're
yeah. But
waist
it's
deep
just
in
like
the
it's just
cranberries.
like Big Apple.
Who's putting up that money for avocados?
Oh, probably someone who's like probably the Koch brothers.
Oh, let's do an avocado commercial. I feel like we could do that. I feel
Okay.
like there's some good stuff. You know, like the Sonic guys.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
See,
yeah.
that's the thing I'm talking
The
about. Just like a
Sonic
little
guys.
series. Like, hey, you're the character for this brand.
Yep.
That would
They're
be
millionaires.
That would be a gig, man. That would be so fun.
I saw the best tweet. They said Sonic finally rebranded to people who actually eat Sonic.
Oh, that's perfect. Oh man.
I think my non-chill fantasy though, like if we chill, my like
Yeah.
fantasy would be to be like low key just wealthy.
That's a great fantasy.
Your biggest
And a reality.
fantasy is to be low key wealthy.
Yeah, like my dad invented Cheez-Its or something.
Yeah.
And I have,
you mean like- yeah.
stupid
You mean like
money.
old money,
Yeah.
Old,
like trust fund kid.
Yeah. My dad invented, I don't know,
Yeah, but no one
the
knows though.
tire or something, and everybody's like, "What?" Like, yeah, we're rubber people. We go way back.
Like, you know tires? Yeah. My dad, Mr. Tire.
Yeah, something like that. That's like everybody uses. You know.
Yeah, that would be so cool.
My wife's grandfather invented cellophane wrap.
Wow.
No way.
And
Where's that money at, Trey?
Where's that cellophane money
so
wrapped up?
Yeah.
It was him and his brother.
Oh,
and
gosh. Don't tell me his brother's name is Klingon.
His name's Glad.
Glad. No.
My wife's grandfather passed away tragically in a car accident.
Oh no.
Left his son $1 million
Whoa.
in the 70s or whatever. So,
Okay.
but then Mitch, if you're listening to this, I'm getting this wrong. I'm so sorry, but pretty sure this is true. But then the brother kept going, whatever, sold the company 2 years ago for $4 billion.
Billion.
Oh. And the family, Gabby's family's not attached to it anyway?
Not on it's like a different track.
You're telling me it fell on the wrong slope. It just fell down the wrong slope a little bit.
Yeah.
You're writing a letter. Tonight you're going home. You're writing a letter. Yeah. You're writing you're getting some funding.
So I
we
guess it's still
change
her,
everything.
her great uncle.
Oh,
No,
so
your grandfather's
that's
brother.
true.
Yeah.
If it's like an uncle, you're screwed. You're not touching that money.
No.
If it's your grandparents, you're great. You're in line. But if it's an uncle, it's like you have to really stick your hand out there to get some of that.
Yeah, you have to like, and I've thought I'm not above it. I'm not above like, let's prioritize family reunion this year.
Yeah, 100%.
And,
Let's go. Let's meet him.
Oh, this is Uncle Donnie. Oh, I
Yeah,
thought it
yeah,
was the
yeah.
guys playing beer pong with all night.
Bring
Yeah.
all the food in, like just like bring it all like deviled egg. You know, it's all like covered. I'm like, wait. Oh, you guys, your like grandpa invented this,
No, the
didn't
thing
he?
is, he's probably used to that. So I'm gonna come in aluminum foil.
There you go.
Bold.
And he's gonna be like, I like this guy. He's not trying to suck
He's
up.
not
to me.
sucking up.
You know,
He's
he
like-
does his own thing.
You think he's gonna like give you so much money, then he comes up to you, he's like, I got a product for you.
Yeah.
And he just gives you
He's
the thing.
like, he's like,
got
I
something
can
for you.
save I can save you a lot of money.
or he's like, come here, and you're like, this is cool. He's the end of the game, so he's
Yeah.
like, get the fuck out of my family.
He hates foil.
Yeah.
He's like him and his sons like hate big foil.
Big foil.
They're like,
and what you did is you had
Yeah.
no idea. It's like
100%.
mafia style. Like,
Yeah.
listen,
Tonight's the
you
night.
didn't know.
Let's
It's
kill
like
him.
the Tony Sopranos when he goes and pays for the meal,
whoa,
and then he's like, I pay for the meal. But it's like he's like,
big
we
foil
don't use tin foil
in this house.
in this household.
Yeah.
Not for baking, not for nothing.
Dinner just gets really quiet.
And you're like,
You just hear forks clinging.
so
You're trying to unwrap your dinner out of the foil. Just like,
Put it over here.
yeah, but sneaky. I think sneaky wealthy. you
yeah,
know?
it would be so
just
cool.
like have a Bugatti or something.
We had I went to school with a girl. Her grandfather invented the singer-songwriter sewing machine, which is just the sewing machine.
the
Just
singer sewing machine.
Like
the
the
singer-song
original
machine. Not
sewing
singer-song. What did I say?
You
Singer-song.
said singer song. You
Yeah,
got me
I
really
mix-
confused.
I-
Yeah.
It's just a singer sewing
I think
machine.
it was like a late night product.
It sounds
was
kind of
sold
like
on
a
TV.
singer song. It sounds like a karaoke machine. Is what,
Yeah,
is what
yeah,
it
yeah.
sounds
It's
more.
that singer-song
machine with the
machine.
microphone top, like la 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 la.
Light it up and sew it, girl. Yeah,
Like,
but
Evan, are you having fun playing?
I'm
with
having
your
so fun
singer-song
because
machine?
everything's like instead of gung 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 gung, it's like
The ultimate
love
gift for your
sewing.
daughter.
Sewing is so musical. Yeah, sorry, that was my brain.
For sad
being
wives
dumb.
who are like sewing all night, but
Like,
now there's a microphone. Now they can sing.
You're just crying
Yeah,
into
it's
the
the radio.
microphone. Yeah.
But the singer sewing machine.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he invented that.
What was his
yeah.
name? Dave Singer.
Probably. I don't know. I have no idea.
That's a
Wow.
famous
But she
name.
was
I've heard
she
that.
was that way.
I don't know.
I'm not gonna say her name, but she was that like so kind. You would never know that she's just probably loaded out of her mind because it'd be like inventing Velcro. It'd be like inventing something. Like, not even that. It's like
It would be like, I love that.
So
My
all
dad
our-
invented the sewing machine. What's that like? It's like inventing Velcro.
Velcro.
It's actually the exact opposite,
opposite,
of Velcro.
quite literally. But if you think about it, like all our T-shirts, that technology, everything that's sewed is using that technology. So it's like
Wow.
it's like inventing the. Okay, this is a better example. The ketchup bottle. It's like inventing the ketchup bottle. Everybody has
ketchup
used it.
bottle.
Everybody has used your dad's invention.
Wait, which
at
one? The
some point.
upside down one where
Yeah.
the ketchup
No,
will go to the
maybe,
bottom?
maybe.
'Cause
Do you
that's
Do
the
you
better
remember the
bottle.
different colored ketchup? Are you
I
guys,
do.
are
Oh,
you guys
I remember
blue?
mustard being purple. I had
Yeah,
purple
yeah,
mustard.
Purple mustard.
Dude.
Yeah.
That used to freak me out.
Oh,
Yeah.
wild.
I loved it,
I had it for
though.
my birthday party one year.
Wow.
So, and I didn't even like mustard. I just wanted it. Just wanted the purple
They're
stuff.
like, what's the mustard for? You're like, the cake.
And then I was like, it still
Eat
tastes.
it, family.
Yeah, it's frosting. Have that. Try that.
It's like, Mom, Evan's weird. Why? I don't know. He got
so-
mustard for his cake.
I might have talked about this off the podcast clearly because this is the first time you've ever been on it.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah. But question, I can't remember if I asked you. Do you feel like Evan is going to age well with us? Because my stance is I have never met
The
an
name Evan?
old man named Evan.
No, I think we have talked about this. I don't think I think I was probably into college age years before I met another Evan.
Yeah.
Oh,
yes.
at all?
Yeah.
Even a peer.
Don't run
No.
into them very often. No, that's pretty uncommon.
100%. I would say this is like cataclysmic. For
Yeah,
the
what's
universe,
happening
what
right
two
now?
Evans right now.
On a podcast?
I had
Wild.
3 Evans in my fraternity.
What?
And one's name was Evan Pearson.
No, he found me on Facebook and he was spelled PEA.
Yeah.
There was back when we were doing Facebook stuff.
Pearson.
Yeah, Pearson. Yes.
I remember he
my
commented.
nemesis,
It was
a
like,
fruit
Yeah,
lover.
and so we started. I think we follow each other on Instagram just because, like, dude, we have the
That's
same name
hilarious.
essentially.
We're the same. No,
Wild.
I do think it's going to age well. I think it's kind of a stoic
Evan.
Like it's not like a I don't think it's like a time period name.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if because you know how like William gets turned into Bill somehow.
Yeah.
It's like what a wild transition. Will,
Yeah.
Bill. Like what the
Well,
frick?
it's like Dick, right?
Who came? Yeah, Richard.
You're like
could not even be farther.
Whose idea was that?
No idea. But it was like
call him Dick.
we go from
Okay.
Evan to just like Tath, Tath, old man Tath.
The worst. Hold on. So we went from Evan to the worst nickname anyone's ever been
Tath.
given. Tath.
Tath.
I feel like Tath is like a
Yeah, it's
hard to
not
say.
Tad. It's with a TH.
Tath. Yeah, Tath is
Tath.
very
Bath.
Yeah, Tath is a weird person.
Tath.
I would not be friends with you. Your name was Tath.
Oh, there's Tath.
Like,
Hi, Tath.
I don't want to put that in my phone.
No,
I-
exactly.
so I knew-
a new number. Who's
I
this?
feel like I saw that a common nickname for people named Evan, which I think it's such a cool name, and
What
I
is
feel like
it?
I miss Van. Just going by Van. I love the name Van.
Really?
Like, oh yeah.
I can call you Van.
But the thing is, I don't
still
think
call
it's
you
who I
Van.
am. I don't think it's my personality.
No.
But maybe when I'm like 70, like my middle name is Michael. You call me Mr. Van Michael. That's what you call me.
Van Michael's
What if we
cool.
changed your name
That's
to
what you call
Ian
me.
Pearson?
Ian.
EM.
EM.
Like
Take my initials.
Yeah. You just go by EM.
Oh, maybe that's my chill fantasy when I'm an author, dude. That's EM Pearson. Or actually, a good author
Or you
name
could go with
for me-
Tath. Tath is still available.
Tath. just one name. It's like a book written by Tath.
A book by Tath. That sounds like a non-chill fantasy. It's a book by Tath.
Book by Tath. A publishing company, Tath.
No, I think it's like, does Trey stand for anything, or is it just Trey?
No, Trey means 3. So Trey's actually not part of my legal name at all.
Wow.
Oh yeah, wow.
And my name is Charles Fitzhugh Ellis III.
Okay.
Oh, I love that.
You didn't know this?
No,
Are
I
you
know.
No, I knew that. I
No.
feel like I knew that.
That just blew my mind.
What the hell?
Oh man.
You are not the person I was expecting to be
I know.
surprised
It was
by
more
that.
like mine. It was like,
We
cool,
know who
that's
the
cool.
real Evan
Holy
is now.
crap.
Yeah.
I don't know why that just.
Yeah.
I
You didn't
had
like Chuck?
know me for 8 years.
You didn't like Chuck growing up?
No, it was my given nickname.
Well, so your full name, say it again, because
Charles Fitzhugh Ellis III.
I thought it was Charles. I believe maybe it's because of Instagram or whatever email. I thought it was Charles Trey Ellis. I thought that was like, and then you just took the Trey part of that name. But dude, no, I did not know that. That is so cool.
Yeah.
See,
Great
that's what I'm
name.
talking about. That's freaking
That's
cool.
an excellent name.
Yeah,
What
thank
you've
you.
done there.
So my dad goes by CJ because he's Charles Jr.
So
Okay.
sick.
And then my grandpa goes by Chick.
Chick.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's Black Chuck.
Black Chuck. I love it.
I think
My
there's Black
dad's
Chucks
name
too.
is my dad's name is Charles.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No
He goes
shit.
by Chuck.
Got the same name.
Yeah.
See, Charles to Chuck.
No, Charles Barkley goes by Chuck, so there goes that theory of it being a black thing.
Yeah.
But
Maybe it's Chick Barkley, and we've all been
Chick
pronouncing
Chick Barkley.
it wrong. Yeah.
we've just been appropriating his name. So that's why I named my son Ivy.
I love that. Yep.
It's the Roman numeral 4.
See, I did know that. I never put it together with your name, which is embarrassing. Yeah, hey, there it is.
He gets it.
Yeah, I absolutely. I think that's like the coolest.
See, I thought you were just like
cutest
a big
thing.
Beyonce stan
Oh yeah.
with Ivy Park. I thought that was like
No.
your thing. And then
His name is not Ivy White. It's just literally IV.
yeah.
But that's
So
not his
cool.
legal name either. His name
Right.
is Charles Fitzgerald IV.
I think it's like, to me, that's such a cool thing. To be called Ivy as the fourth is so freaking.
I was
awesome.
proud of myself. I had that idea when I was like 16 years old.
Wow.
Way to go. Way
I was
to
like, when
live
I
it
have
through.
a son, his name's gonna be Ivy, and here I am 15 years later.
So sick.
Living my dream.
I went to school with a kid. This is why I think the name Van is really cool, because Van was so cool. His name was Archibald Van Winslow Wright the Fourth. That was his
Archibald
full,
Van Winslow Wright the
Fourth.
Fourth.
The
None of those
fourth.
names are normal.
And so he took the Van from Van Winslow, and he just went by Van.
So he could have gone by Archie. He
I
could have
think
gone
his
by
dad. I think his
Bold.
dad went by Archie, and so
Could have
he
gone by
Call me Van.
Archibald Van Winslow Wright the Fourth. I mean, that is just a name.
There's
he
many.
could have gone
That
by
is a
Winsler.
name.
Yeah.
Winsler's. Oh, Winsler's
Wince.
cool.
Winsler's cool.
Wince sounds like you're going to be weak your whole life.
Wince. You're such a wince.
Yeah.
He did double backflips on skis before that was like people did that. You know, it was like he's like 12 hucking double backflips on skis. You know, so it's like he lived up
Archibald,
to the coolness of his name.
He called himself. I feel like Van's like very.
His name, like if on Facebook it was Van Wright. That was his name. VanWright. It's like just that's a cool name. Yeah. Van Wright.
Van Wright.
Whoa, famous name. Van, I don't know if you're listening to this. You're cool, man.
Yeah.
I hope you're doing well.
Well,
we freaking I missed you.
You're
good dude.
Like, subscribe, donate.
Patreon.
Thanks.
We
Van.
call it Patreon, Evan. We don't call it donating. Sure, is there money going to a bottomless pit?
Yeah.
No, they're getting that sweet, sweet bonus episode this
Bonus, baby.
week. I think you could pull off Van.
Yeah, I think
and
you
here's
could too.
why.
Give me some time.
Yeah, well, you're already into mountain bike racing.
Right.
This time next year, you're going to have biked all the way across America and be tired of that story.
Yeah, that could be your trail name.
Oh, a trail. Is that a thing, dude?
Yeah, people get trail names. Yeah.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah,
it's kind of like a tour name.
It's kind of like I think when you hike what's the big one
PCT?
from like Canada?
Yeah.
So when you do that, when you come up with a trail name, so that nobody will like harass you.
Whoa.
So I'm sure there's one for like cross-continental bike rides.
I've never heard of the concept of a trail name. That needs to be. I need to.
We'll get you we have one now. You have you can pick Tath or Van, your choice.
Ladies and gentlemen.
No, dude, we're
Tath Pearson.
Van
For the
Tath.
first time ever, Tath. That sounds bad. That sounds like you're transitioning.
If it's gonna be Tath,
You've got weird pronouns if your name's Tath.
I'm a sheathem. I'm a sheathem and they. Do you say sheathem? It's like she and them mixed together.
Yeah.
I'm a Tath. No, that's it. That's my.
Your pronoun is just also your name, Tath.
I go by Tath and they.
Yeah, you're stuck on that one, dude.
Well, some
He's
people
a
are
Tath.
named Guy.
Yeah,
Just
I
recently,
always thought that was a wild name.
Guy Ritchie.
Yep.
He can
no,
pull
but,
it
but
off.
there's a new
It's got to be first and last. You have to say them together.
But so he's a famous actor,
director.
director.
Yeah.
So there's a high probability that's not his real name.
100%. Yeah.
See,
But it could be because I know someone who just named their baby Guy. Look for Phil.
Here's the deal.
I think it's a mutual friend. I don't
Is it
remember
a
who.
girl?
You were about to say something, Trey. I don't want to. I don't know what you were about to say, but I was like, there's also this thing too. Anytime you're trying to get into like acting or music,
Right.
they always try to make you change your name, and I think that's really sad. So I actually have this feeling like if I'm ever going to go into music, whatever, I'm like, I have to keep my name. Like, I have to. That name's
You got
been
a
with
good
me my
name.
whole life. I'm holding on to it.
But you could change it.
Because it is, yeah, but you could. I mean, I think it's cool to do something like because my name is Evan Michael Pearson. So like if you did like Van Michael for something, would be cool. But I don't know. There is something about like, changing who you are. Like, that's like really selling out. I mean, like that's like so painful. It's like actually giving yourself away. I mean, people do it for the reasons.
Women doing that every single marriage.
Oh, wow. You went there.
He went there. Isn't that just for the Screen Actors Guild Award? Like you can't have the same name.
Yeah, maybe. Yes.
To be in the Screen Actors Guild.
I think you're right.
I think you can't have a repetitive name.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
What,
can't.
what do you mean?
exist.
It can't be a repetitive name.
Like there can't be two.
Explain Chris Brown. What's that about?
What?
It's the most basic name I've ever heard in my life.
I don't think there could be two members of the Screen Actors Guild
that had the
are both
same
named
name.
Chris Brown.
Oh, okay.
So that you have to come up with a unique. Oh, that's interesting. No
But
wonder.
I could totally be making this up. As
No, I think you're right. I think there is a reason.
That's correct.
Oh,
Wow.
confirmed.
That's why people change their name.
Yeah,
okay,
that's cool.
Screen Actors Guild, get your shit together. That's
come
so
on.
dumb.
It's 2023.
There's so many people.
they're
There's
duplicate
8
names.
billion people.
You could be like the number 2. So it's like a super popular thing on like the LPGA tour. A lot of these Asian golfers have the same names, these women. So they just give like Roman numerals next to their name. Yeah. So there's like number 7 or 9.
I'm not even going to do a bit about that.
Oh, but we could though. Oh, but we could.
Mitch isn't here. We can get away with it.
It's just crazy. I personally would love to change my name.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know to what, but I think it would be cool.
I have one I've thought of.
What do you got?
Trey Charles.
But that's still holding on to so much
Yeah,
of who
that's,
you are,
that's,
though.
that's like your name now and your name before you were Trey.
I know. No. But it's like,
You've already changed your
Yeah,
name.
you've
Trey.
had those names.
You've already done this.
no, okay, but Charles is my first name.
Okay.
No, I'm saying my name would be presented as
Trey
Trey
Charles.
first name, Charles last name.
Oh.
Trey Charles.
Yeah, I like that.
Like Ray Charles.
Oh, wow.
But Trey.
Like hipster. Trey Charles.
Yeah, I like that. No,
Would
I'm
it
into
be
it.
like a Ray Charles like tribute account? Like Trey Charles?
It'll be specifically about me.
Okay.
Yeah.
What if you spelled it Trey? What if
I
you-
don't even like his
Trey,
music.
what if you spelled your name Chrey.
Trey.
Trey.
That's cool.
That is cool.
That's aggressive.
name's
That's
Trey.
some Gen Z shit right there.
That does sound like a cool artist rapper name.
Yeah, Trey.
Trey.
Yeah.
Chrey.
Not as cool as Ashtray 92 though.
Ashtray. Yeah, you'll
That
never
was
beat that, dude.
my rapper name.
that was your. My rapper name was Too Cold Ice.
Too cool.
Too cold.
That hurts to hear.
It's pretty good, isn't it?
And it hurts to touch. It's too cold ice.
It makes
Too
me feel
cold
like I'm
ice.
hearing a stroke.
Yeah.
Too cold ice. Oh no! What happened to Evan? I don't know. He
Your
said
first
too cold
track
ice.
was called Brain Freeze, bro.
Too Cold Ice. I think we were like, I was college age, and I might have had one too many drinks.
Smirnoff Ices, perhaps?
to drink.
Yeah,
about.
dude.
And I had put water into a bowl and put a bowl into the fridge or into the freezer to make ice. But I wasn't thinking that it was going to break the container that it was in when I smashed the ice.
Right.
And I
Right.
did that, and I broke the glass bowl, and somebody asked me what I was doing, and I said, Too Cold Ice.
Oh, that's a great origin story,
yeah,
though.
yeah, and then it was born from there.
See, I think every good rapper name does need an origin story. Like mine, because, I was really into the Lonely Island, like fake rap stuff.
That's real rap.
I mean, yeah, I guess that's true. I guess I shouldn't. Technically
It's
speaking,
Gen Z now. You can call it whatever you want.
That's
right?
very true. But like
Yeah.
my nickname, because I've had long hair for most of my life.
Okay.
Like this is probably the most common look I had throughout high school.
Yeah.
And so I always just went like Tarzan.
That's a good one.
But I was like, dude, I don't know if I know it, like a Tarzan, like a rapper named Tarzan. That's pretty
That's
cool.
pretty cool.
Yeah, like
Do
Tarzan
people
showing up.
was it like Where's Jane? That's like the
No,
album
that would be
cover.
that's such a sick single.
Yeah,
Where's
Where's
Jane?
Jane?
And it's just about how all these girls keep breaking my heart. And then the tagline's Where's Jane?
What was the
Swinging
the,
from vines.
who
No Valentines. Where's Jane?
what was the Brendan Fraser movie where he played Tarzan?
Oh,
George of the Jungle.
George of the Jungle. Different, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess
Him
he
and-
wasn't Tarzan. He was George.
He was George. Of the
Him and
Jungle.
Leslie Mann,
Yeah.
Judd Apatow's wife.
That's
Yeah,
right.
she was in that.
She has some of those
And they
kind of roles.
They had that weird like animatronic talking gorilla in that movie who was like his best friend who wore glasses. Do you remember that?
No, I think you're.
George of the
No,
Jungle.
you might be right. I haven't seen that movie.
He
in
like kind of was like
years.
they lived in that tree house together. And he was like, "Mrr."
I don't remember that.
I
Yeah.
forgot that was Brian Fraser.
How did I block
Yeah,
that
he
out?
blossomed well.
Yeah. Well, you know
you
what?
seen The Whale?
I heard good stuff about
Here's
it.
my thing is I did see The Whale.
Okay.
I haven't seen it.
Me neither.
I've just heard that I should.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's depressing.
Yeah.
It's a very, 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 very depressing movie.
Yeah. I mean, it's called Whale.
Yeah, it's good, but
After
it's
his
good if
body.
you want to feel depressed.
Yeah.
Like depressed, like you're gonna cry or just feel bad because
It didn't have any. Here's my thing.
Oh, that's
my
the
qualm.
worst.
It didn't have.
Yeah.
It didn't have much of a redeeming quality.
Yeah.
So it didn't make me like,
okay.
oh man, this is great. It was
Yeah.
just like this guy's really fat and really sad and really lonely.
And then it ends kind of.
does.
And now I know
sad.
why they call him the whale.
There's no montage where he gets his shit together.
Question.
Not really.
I haven't seen it. Making a prediction for the last scene, he strips down naked.
You see his whale.
And then he does a backstroke because he used to be a swimmer when he was young. He was an athletic swimmer. This is my guess. I've never seen the movie. And he was an athletic swimmer as a child, but then he had an ACL tear or something and got really fat. And then in the last scene, he's reconnected with his daughter, or his daughter moved up to college or something. And he swims out past this lighthouse where he always used to swim, and he goes out way past the buoys, and you just see a silhouette of him, and then he goes.
He just embraces
Yeah, you
it.
nailed it.
Credits roll.
Wow.
Oscar.
Yeah,
Handed to him.
psychic.
He's just like the
That's pretty
last.
good.
The last scene is actually just like cover of Nirvana, like the
I think
little
that's
naked
Free
baby.
Willy. I think that's Free Willy
Yeah.
that you're describing.
Yeah, dude, it's essentially the same thing. They just actually
Same
they just
movie.
ripped off Free Willy. That's all they've done.
I thought it
with
was
the fat
I
guy.
thought it was the prequel to Free
It's just a
Willy.
progression. It's the post Free Willy.
But dude, like what they should have done for like the cover of Nirvana, like the little baby.
Oh, yeah,
in
the
the
little
water.
baby, yeah.
But it's just him as a fat naked guy, kind of floating there.
I think
but you
that-
can't see his penis because he's so fat.
I think that baby tried to sue.
Did he?
Yeah, the Nirvana baby. I think that happened in real life.
Did
Baby
he?
tried to sue.
Did he win?
I want to say he got some money, but I don't think he got the correct amount.
Is it just because his
his
penis
junk's out, yeah.
was showing?
Oh.
I mean, you're a baby.
You are a baby.
You're a baby.
You know what
No
that
one-
means? He has a small penis.
Yeah,
Still to this
it
day?
has to be.
If you see your
It
penis as
has
a
to
baby
be.
and it
Yeah.
bothers you,
Yeah.
The girls text him after,
Yeah.
and they're like, "How was it?" And
They're like,
not a lot's changed.
Yeah.
They
Or
just
they
send them the
just
album
send that
they send the
picture.
album
Yeah.
cover and they say like,
Yeah.
you looked bigger in this photo.
Whoa,
That's
that's not fun.
Cold and wet.
like
you were.
They just say, was this photoshopped?
Yeah.
And then you're,
Question.
I'm suing. That's all I've got to do. I just have to
yeah.
sue.
Yeah. Yeah.
kind of a weird thing for like there's like child actors and stuff. But what if
Yeah.
you were like the naked Nirvana baby?
It would feel
Yeah,
weird.
I think you grew up weird.
Everybody's seen your peen.
Yeah, they had one of
As
those.
as a baby though.
yeah,
Yeah, it's still not cool.
I'd show anyone here my baby penis.
The thing is,
I wouldn't even hesitate. I would whip it out in a minute. And it wouldn't even be a whip out. It would be like a
The context punctuation is so key
Yeah,
with
so-
that sentence.
yeah.
Like if you were
Man.
someone who had struggled hearing and you had to read the context of this podcast and it was like, I would show anyone my baby penis.
oh, that's true.
With no punctuation.
Yeah, it has to. Yeah,
You really need punctuation
you
there.
have to have
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Otherwise it's like
You're getting Child Protective Services kicking down your door.
yeah.
I did not say my baby's penis.
Yeah, there was not an apostrophe S.
That's a secret.
My,
That
as
will
in
remain
mine.
hidden unless I have a banger album with great songs and I need some.
So for the transcriber transcribing this, make the my like all caps and
Yeah,
then
the transcriber.
Evan, we have a team of
ita-
transcribers, so
italicized.
you'll need to address them all.
we have
Sorry.
a Patreon, Evan.
team,
Yeah, come
the
on.
team
Come on.
of
Teresa.
transcribers, please italicize Trey's my.
I love this.
Yeah, he'd whip it out. I don't know. I feel like I would have maybe it's just a self-conscious thing. I'd be like, because when I show you a naked picture of myself and you see my peen,
Yeah.
Well,
and people are just, I think the thing is just like, it's just one of those weird things. It's like, huh, I've seen your penis. I don't know. It's just kind of weird to me.
Yeah, but you've seen it in its infancy, you know?
Yeah, it's
I think
true.
it's almost like
it's like fresh start.
I guess that's fair.
as a single guy,
It's like you don't see a baby and you're like,
That's true. I would never judge. I don't know.
like,
It's just weird.
You're
I
not
don't
like,
know. It's just
you never
weird
seen a baby and
seeing,
you're like, that's not going to count to much.
It's just weird seeing naked pictures of
Children?
Children.
well, yeah,
As
I don't.
grown-
Yes, 100%.
Yeah,
Well,
sure.
I guess
as
we
it should remain
We should
weird.
probably
yeah.
cut this out. Honestly, this part should probably be trimmed.
yes.
But
snip.
yeah, snip this part.
Mitch is like, I left. You guys
Probably
talked
tra-
about what?
The thing is, actually, with what we're biking across America for, there will be some parts we'll probably have to edit. But like as far as when I start talking, but I don't know. Basically, all this to say, I feel uncomfortable with people seeing my peen, even when I have a little kid.
That's yeah. Well,
So I get that, you know.
I feel like that's a pretty standard, like
Yeah.
normal
we're
thing
talking
to
about.
be fearful
We're
of.
talking about post the fact.
Yeah. We're talking about like you
I
grew up, like 30
Oh
years.
no,
has
that's what I'm
happened.
saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying too. I'm like,
Yeah.
if I showed you a picture of me and I'm like naked, I'd be like, don't look at that. Don't look at me.
As you as a baby.
Yeah, I'm just kind of weird. Maybe that is like a self-conscious thing. I'm like, I'm pulling a Mr. Nirvana guy.
Yeah.
And now, am I telling you all that I have a small penis right now? I could be. I don't know.
Very indirectly.
Very indirectly, kind of.
Somewhere
I
along
want
the
you
way,
see-
right?
Am I beating around the bush? Is it hidden in the bush? That's the question we're asking.
in the bush. The name of this episode is
In the
Hidden in the Bush.
in the bush, dude.
Dude,
George of
I'm,
the Jungle, dude.
I'm
That's what it
so
should
in
be
my
called.
own bush. I can't. It's embarrassing.
You get those.
That is
You're
such a
just that
saying.
guy who gets that confused. Instead of like in your head, you said, "I'm in my bush."
Dude, I'm in my bush right now, guys.
Can you please leave, dude? I'm just deep in my bush.
Or when you're just like with your wife and you're just like not, it's just not have. If
Yeah.
you're just like she wants to, like have
Sorry,
sex
babe,
tonight.
I'm just really
It's
in
like,
my
I'm
bush
just
right
in my
now.
bush right now.
Sorry, babe.
Like it's been a stressful day at work. I wish I could. I just work stacked up. I'm just.
It's like, babe, you are really in your bush right now.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm hidden. I'm in my bush right now. I'm just not coming. I'm not coming.
bush.
Out. Get out of. I need you to get out of the bush. We're not doing George of the Jungle tonight, okay? We're stay at home Tarzan, all right?
Oh my god.
Tarzan's not swinging from no vines tonight, okay, babe? I'm in the bush. Or actually, if you could say like, just like somebody in Australia exploring, just in the bush, in
Yeah.
the bush.
Oh, that is an expression
Yeah,
for like in rural
Out in the
Yeah,
bush.
in the
Australia.
bush.
They're in
Yeah,
the bush.
from the bush, in the bush.
they call that the. I mean, that's essentially saying our forest.
Yeah, the bush.
But they don't have I imagine they don't have a ton of trees, so that's probably why they call it that. It's
Yeah,
like,
they're just
"Oh,
different.
let's go to
They're
the
like-
bush.
Yeah. That's pretty good, actually.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Yeah, wow. Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Van.
Yeah. Oh, look at that.
Van does accents.
Van totally
Van?
does accents.
Yeah, you definitely do.
maybe it's your alter ego name.
There you
My
go.
stage name.
No. Alter ego.
Yeah.
So like whenever you feel like you need to let something out, you
You're
need to
Van.
express yourself, but
See,
you don't
I
want
feel
to represent who
Van,
you are.
Van is that dark broody. He's like the Johnny Depp writer guy. He's like the secret window.
that's Van?
He wears square frames and gets
Whoa.
all into his feels. That's Van.
Wears bathrobes
Van
a lot.
Michael. Yeah, he
Yeah,
wears
yeah.
bathrobes and smokes American spirits. and that's what he does. Not me.
Not
no,
you.
Not
you would
I.
never.
I
But
haven't.
But Van would.
I've never smoked an American Spirit. I can actually tell you that.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Have you ever smoked a cigarette?
Oh, yeah.
And no,
Or just
Friggin'.
just despise
That feels-
organic
I just
tobacco.
haven't tried
Yeah.
an American Spirit.
that feels really surprising because if I had to guess,
Yeah, I would
and
say
you were like,
have
I've
cigarettes?
smoked some cigarettes. Guess what brand? I'd be like,
I think
American
exclusively
Spirit.
Marlboro, the white kind, the
Lights?
all white. Marlboro Lights. That's all I've smoked.
gross.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of like it.
Do you remember the last time?
Yeah.
I tried to smoke a cigarette with you. It had been such a long time.
We were at Tim's.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, dude, give me one of those. And I literally, I was like, I would inhale and immediately just cough so bad.
So cool.
And-
we got a first timer
so-
over here.
It was embarrassing. I'm like,
Yeah.
trust me, guys, I've smoked cigarettes
Guys,
before.
I've done this.
And at one point, Evan was like, maybe you don't have to smoke the
You
cigarette.
can just hang out if you
I'm
want.
like, I don't want to waste it.
No, I'm already halfway through. Cigarettes, I do think are, man,
They're
cool.
terrible for
They're
you, but
so
they're
bad.
so cool.
They're so cool.
Name
Thank you,
something
Evan.
cooler.
Because you can't. And
can't.
and me and my buddy Nick talked about this a lot in
Yeah.
Chicago. We're like, smoking is cool. I don't care.
It's like watching Mad Men. Have you watched
Oh
Mad
my
Men?
Yep.
gosh.
I've never
Makes you
wanted.
wanna
I've
drink
never
and
wanted to
smoke.
drink and smoke more than and
yeah,
wear a
it's
suit.
terrible.
Yeah.
So bad, but like yet so cool.
Very cool.
And it
Terrible for
is
you.
lung cancer cool? Probably not.
No.
Probably pretty lame. Actually, it's probably pretty lame.
Do you
But
think
is-
lung cancer
What
is
gives
like
you lung cancer cool? You better believe it. You better believe it.
You think vaping school?
No, I think vaping makes you look like. I can be honest right now. I think if you vape, you were the kid who always got the candy on the lower shelves at the gas station.
I don't know what that means.
Go
Is it
into
your pores? Is that
go
a
into
classist
it-
joke?
it
That's a
could be-
Montana reference.
No. Go into a gas station and look at all the toy candy on the lower shelves.
Toy candy.
That's all vaping is. It's toy candy. It's the candy that's like a crappy gumball hard candy that comes in a little airplane or in a dinosaur.
Okay, yeah, gotcha.
Or
I-
it's like
I'm tracking.
it's plastic candy.
Yeah.
That's if you do that plastic candy as a child, you grow up to vape.
You do.
You
Yeah,
totally
I did
vape.
plastic candy.
Yeah.
It was a hard gum candy
Because
in an
I
airplane.
want to know
and
what
now
made me
I
have this
vape.
realization is there's the I was at a gas station today and all that plastic candy is on the lower shelves picked through, and then just above this guy comes in and he buys a vape. The vape pens are just above it.
Oh.
And he's looking through the different like options. I know the vape's in the back of the things, but he's looking through like no. It's the what's the things? The lottery tickets. It's like the lottery tickets.
Yeah,
It's like if you start there,
You're gonna end there.
end up there. It's the
start
same
at
shelf.
Lucky
It's-
Scratcher 7s.
and then
you
you're
end at
gonna
Jewel.
get your Jewel mango flavor.
Yeah.
And then your kid that plastic dinosaur candy.
Yeah.
That's my opinion about it. So do I think vaping is cool?
Yes.
No.
Sounds
I would
like
take
no.
yes. Yeah. Yes.
I don't know. I mean, smoking's cooler than vaping. That's where I.
Oh, definitely. Well, I mean,
where I
you're
end up.
kind of removing the cool part of smoking and only taking the negative part. You're only inhaling toxins in your lungs, and you're not like lighting up, and there's no smoke, and there's no
Yeah.
mystery.
It's not timed. That's the thing
Yeah.
about a cigarette is it's timed. Vape is you can vape all day.
Unlimited. You can
You can
binge
nonstop
cigarettes.
Vape.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just not great.
Yeah.
Mango, strawberry, kiwi, nightmare.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just not a great because cool people who don't drink like Monster Energy drinks can also smoke. But if you vape, you drink Monster Energy drinks. Like there's no,
When's
there's no.
the last time you had a Monster?
Oh,
Energy
pretty
drink?
frequently. Like I'll do the.
He just did a mountain bike race.
I'll do the sugar free. I'll do the sugar free Monster
one?
every now and then. Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Not a lot. To be honest, not frequently, but like I said frequently, but not like tons of times. But I
Yeah.
do enjoy it.
Really?
I do enjoy.
I like a Red
sugar-free-
Bull every now and then.
Yeah, Red Bull's great. That's the
Road trips.
Red Bull
Road
is a
trip Red Bull.
classy energy drink.
It is.
If you're getting a green Monster, yeah, we better.
It's like, oh, because you saw the 2 for $7.
You saw the 2 for $7, and
That's
child
what
support
got you.
isn't cheap. You know, so you got to get deals where you can.
I gotta buy a money order, a 2 for $7 Monster Energy drinks.
Oh, and I was gonna come up with a son's name, and I couldn't come up with a good son name.
No son's name.
His name
It's-
is
that's just any
his
male
son-
name.
His son's name is like Chelway,
Or Taft.
just Elway.
Taft,
dude.
yeah.
Dude, a son named Elway. Oh my gosh, that guy
pretty cool name.
totally drinks Monster Energy drink if he named his son Elway. Elway.
Just a big fan.
Yeah, dude, just a huge fan.
Your first
Oh,
name is
man.
Elway.
What's his last name? Does he have a last name, or is he just like Prince?
Yeah, just a guy named Elway.
Elway.
A boy named
the
Elway.
The boy named. I went to school with Elway.
Dude. Oh, it's perfect.
He
I wish
becomes
I
a
did.
famous something.
Elway. Yeah. What were we were talking about? What were we talking about? Just do you think? I was going to ask you. Do you think vaping is cool?
No, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't really think it's cool. I had a stint with it.
I think everybody's had a stint.
I've
of
had a
trying,
stint.
You know.
Yeah.
Summer of 21, I believe.
Yeah. I
My
mean, there's
sweet girlfriend was like, "This is so stupid. You should stop doing that."
It's a good girlfriend.
And I was like, "All right."
I love that.
Yeah, but it's just. I mean, it's like a multicolored. Like they don't even look cool.
No.
See, that's the thing.
It looks like a weird like dollar store highlighter, or it looks like
a
this,
full-on dong.
Yeah, it's like
Like a USB, sucking out of a USB drive.
I do kind of wish they had the technology hadn't gotten good, and we still had those like massive ones.
The big ones. I think less people would do it.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. Like if it looked like a Gatorade bottle with batteries strapped to it.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
it's wild.
He's got a bomb. No, it's a vape.
No, it's cool. It's just how I smoke now.
You know, there are some cars I pull up next to at a stoplight. I'm like, it's going to be vape smoke coming out of that window.
Oh, 100%.
The Mazda with the spoiler.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's overcompensation in every area. The cigarette's small, sleek, sexy, cool.
Yeah.
Man, we should get hired by some cigarette companies. I know it's illegal to advertise for them, but
Hey,
boy,
the money's right.
if the money's,
I'll push the big tobacco agenda.
you know, there's a lot of
That's kind of
I
weird,
feel like
isn't it?
we
With what's
should-
going on, isn't it weird that you can't like a tobacco company can't, like, we have bigger fish to fry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. Maybe that's exactly that's what they should be saying to get back in. Guys, hey, we just like to readdress this issue.
100%. They should get into it. Big
so-
Tobacco, if you're listening,
Welcome back.
welcome back.
Welcome back to commercials.
Here's your chance.
Oh man,
I think
terrible.
we're ready for it now. I think we're ready for some good cigarette commercials.
Yeah.
When we have commercials for worse
This
things.
is all it would need to be.
And I think because of how powerful it is,
It's
that's
just an
why
all
they,
black screen.
Yeah.
It's just a voice commercial.
He's like, or it's just a guy smoking. He's like, smoking is cool.
Yeah.
Camels. Like that's all. It's all it is. It just says, smoking is cool.
I mean, I think that's basically what they did.
A T-shirt.
And it was so effective
Yeah, that everyone
that
does
they
it now.
outlawed it.
Yeah, like
But you
we
can
don't- we don't even need to hear advertising, and we're still purchasing.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't smoked a cigarette in a very long time, but I still think it's cool. Like I think,
Right.
and maybe I shouldn't condone this.
Do you think
But here
if
I am.
they
But here
outlawed
I
it
am.
in movies that would make an actual difference? I think it would.
I mean, how many modern movies do you have people smoking?
Oh, a lot still.
Still?
Yeah, I think a lot.
Any like military movie, any prison movie.
But they have to smoke those like herb cigarettes, don't they?
I used that
Yeah.
on the set when we did Phony. And
Yeah.
I would almost rather smoke a real cigarette. Those herb ones, they burn in like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man.
Was it nasty?
It wasn't. No, it didn't taste great. Like it wasn't.
Yeah.
And
wasn't
it was
ideal.
very smoky outside because it was during all the fires.
Oh my gosh, that's right. It was just a double whammy.
Yeah.
Man, also freaking A. But I don't know.
You might be suing me later in life for
I'm like, yeah,
that day.
like
filming.
Trey, why'd you make me do that? Trey, yeah, Trey, I wish you did not make me smoke the herb cigarette outside.
Maybe we smoke herb cigarette.
For a video that never even came out.
Yeah. Oh man.
It's on someone's hard drive.
It's on a hard drive.
Yeah.
It's on the server, in fact.
Wow.
And
Bonus content for unpaid regulars.
I don't know if I can legally do that. But someday, yes. I mean,
Yeah, it'll be released.
The episode with you and Christina, like eating popcorn on the couch, and Mitch is like being lowered out of a window
Yeah, dude,
behind
fun
you.
stuff.
So funny. Did you get to see the
I got
rough
to
cut
see,
of that?
I got to see that scene. I haven't seen the
Yeah.
rest of it, but just that scene where
Yeah, it was
it's good.
funny.
Good times. Good times acting.
Classic stuff.
Whenever we have more time, whenever we're not in such a survival mode.
Yeah, what the heck? This year's nuts.
Yeah.
This year's banana sandwich. I feel like, and I've been saying this about the bike trip and everything. It's like
Yeah, when do you leave for your bike trip?
July 1st, so
Wow.
38 days from
Wow.
today, from recording day. But right now, my life feels like an hourglass, like constricting all into this one moment, which will be the bike trip. It's like that 2 month of just intense focus and pedaling. That's all it will be. And then afterward, that like going out and expanding, chasing after dreams, like
Yeah.
again, like
Yeah.
in a bigger way, which I'm really excited about. I'm actually super, super excited about music, about this podcast, about the secret show. I just, it's just gonna start happening. It's like
What if you meet a woman on the trail?
that would be what if she gives me her trail name and then I go to find her and she's like I can't find her.
You guys
can't
give each
find
other
her.
your trail names. You can't.
Dude,
you have
that's
to give
it's
her like
literally
a,
lost
like
connection.
something.
Yeah, like if you love me,
Wow.
Here's this image.
Yeah,
Dude.
I mean, if it's the real deal.
Wow.
Oh, see, I like this. I like the idea of a story or a song called Trail. There's something about the thing called Trail Name. I like it. That needs to be a song or something.
Trail name.
Trail Name.
The good
She
news
said it
is
was Tabitha.
you'll have a lot of time to think about that song while you're
So much
biking.
time.
Yeah. Are
90
you
miles a day.
like stoked?
Oh my gosh, I've never been like
Really?
so much
I
eager.
feel like I would
I'm
be.
so
I feel like
excited.
I would be bored already.
No, I like the thing is like it's gonna be so hard.
Immediately.
It's
Yeah.
gonna
No.
be,
I know. It's
so I
gonna-
think that is gonna.
you need to eat
keep it-
more.
Oh,
You should look
probably.
like me before you go into this.
You're probably not wrong. Like you're not.
Like you're
wrong.
gonna come out looking like Trey, so you should start like me.
eating. Well, that's the thing is I have been eating more than I already have. Like my legs are very strong right now. It doesn't look like it because I got.
Oh,
but
it
they
looks
are,
like it.
They're
Yeah, no,
strong.
no.
And I'm feeling good. No, it's gonna be. I don't know. It's probably gonna be the hardest thing. I hope it's the hardest thing I've ever done. If it's not, more people should bike across the United States. If that's the case.
I don't think that's going to be the case.
What that is.
That it's, you're going to be like, oh, this is too easy.
Oh, let me just. I'm gonna go back.
No,
No, it's gonna.
you're
be,
gonna get to Middle America and you're gonna be like, this
kill
is
me.
difficult.
It's gonna be summertime. It's gonna be Kansas. It's gonna be hot. It's gonna be like, oh boy. But that's the thing is like, I think that, for example,
Oh,
in the
boy.
middle of that bike race when I wanted to actually die, I'm like, why am I doing this? This sucks. This is stupid. There's gonna be so much of that.
That might be most days.
It
of
could
your
be a ton
summer.
of it.
Yeah.
But that's what's gonna be awesome. Like being with a team. It's like, it's beating that mindset where you get your adrenaline high. It's like when you get done with the race or you get back to the campsite, it's like, oh, we did it. We have to do it again tomorrow. Like there's something I really like about that game, the mindset game.
How many
which
days is it?
We're trying to do it in 54 days. So 4,000 miles in 54 days, giving us an average of 90 miles per day,
Wow.
which is a lot. And to be honest, we say these numbers and we have no idea if that's actually obtainable. Like it could be every time. This is what's scary. Every time we talk
People
to
have done this before.
people, the
What's the
Transamerica-
average?
like time, speed.
No, like day, like miles per day.
I have
What's the
no
average?
idea. Like that's the thing is
You should Google
we
that
have
before
like
you go.
so here's the I'll say this we have like people have done that trip in like 60 days.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh, we can do that. So like we're trimming off 6
7
more days. And like we've talked to a lot of people who are like, some days you'll get 60 and that's as far as you can get because of the wind.
Yeah.
And then the next day you get 120 because you got a tailwind and you're going downhill the entire
Yeah,
time.
you're just cooking.
So it fluctuates. And so we've never done a long trip like this. We're in good cycling shape right now. A lot of us are. But there's so many factors that we have no idea what's going to come into play. So we're setting up these numbers, and we're like, I don't know if it's too ambitious or not ambitious enough. We have no idea. Like, so we're gonna get into week 2 and be like, well, we overshot this.
Can
by a
I?
lot. But
What do you? Can I ask you a question?
please.
What do you have like entertainment wise for the like? Do you have a podcast? Do you have a book? Do
Oh,
you have-
so here's
what do
the
you,
deal.
what do you have 60 hours?
I
of
have
entertainment?
my headphones. You know, I did a ride with my headphones one day, got a long ride.
Yeah.
And the music died right as I started it. And I was like, this was the day I was going to break my longest bike ride.
Okay.
I talked about this on the podcast, so I'll keep it kind of short. But I took them out and I just listened to my head, and I listened to the bike, and I listened to the breeze, and it was way better than with music. So there's something apart, because what we're doing is really, like, we're fighting a really big thing. Like, we're going up against human trafficking, and the more we learn about it, it's like, this thing is very bad. Like, it's way worse than we actually know what it is. It's terrible. We're getting just more facts about people who are in the field doing it. And so there's something that I spent a good chunk of that time, like, out loud, verbally praying out loud to myself. And it was like the most intense praying I've ever done, because your body's involved in it, and you're out loud, and you're in pain, and you're tired, but you're like, I'm going to keep pushing. And so it's like kind of this mindset. Like, there are kids who literally can't do a single thing right now because they're stuck in this situation. I have the freedom to be on a bike and use my legs to help them. Like, it sounds super weird, but it's like that kind of motivation. You're like, yeah, no, I got this. So
I can do it.
Yeah, I got this. Like, I can suck it up. If I'm in pain, I can suck it up. So I say that now. I hope I can pull through that.
Yeah.
Because who knows? I mean, if you get injured and you can't bike, you can't bike. That's that. So don't be too hard on yourself. But if it's like mental pain, yeah, that's what I think I'm most looking forward to, like fighting. It's like, bring it on.
Yeah.
It's going to suck, but it's going to be great. So there's my little preach.
I love it. I'm excited for you to do that.
Yeah, we're going to try to keep doing the podcast on it, because I think our camper's going to be hooked up with Starlink. Found out that Starlink only covers half the United States, though. So what the frick is that
The
about?
good half.
Yeah, apparently, yeah, the West half. So Eastern, I feel like they're so, how the heck is Eastern?
Yeah,
Starlink-
New
Starlink
York
changed my
and
life.
Miami
Yeah.
and stuff. Not
There's
like
little like dots.
DC,
that's in
Washington,
there.
DC.
I can't believe it. Elon's just like, F you guys, but maybe
It's
they
the
just
Pentagon.
they catch that. Man, maybe.
They're like,
Who
keep that
knows?
Starlink
Like,
away from
free
us.
internet, man. This is bad. But I mean, we're gonna try to figure it out. So keep
Biking
it going.
against traffic. Let's go.
Boom.
Hopefully not in traffic.
Yeah, no, wait, we're definitely going to be
In
it.
traffic and against, in and against.
Yeah, hopefully we should be on the proper side of the road. We're not going to, people ask like, so are you actually guys biking against on the left side? Like, no, it's a play on words. No, we're trying to live.
Wait. I thought you did bike against traffic.
No, that's walking. You walk against, you walk.
Do you have
towards
do you have
traffic.
like a really fat, cushy like seat?
No, actually for endurance, you keep them. It's my seat is like super thin and very hard. Your chamois is got the cushion.
Oh, what's a
This-
chamois?
This is the chamois is the butt pad. You don't want a cushy seat
They couldn't call it
because
a butt pad. They had to call it a chamois.
yeah, you call it a chamois. It's some French word.
Chamois.
I was like,
Chamois.
chamois. I didn't know how to pronounce it at first, but the reason you don't want a cushy seat is because after a long
comfortable.
distance, it starts the friction, so you get chafing terrible. So it starts having more give. A hard seat doesn't have give. These are all the things you don't know until you start, and you're like, I didn't know that. Now I know that. Thank God I know that.
Yeah.
There's so much we don't know.
Yeah, you're gonna be so chafed, dude.
Oh yeah, that's what chamois butter's for. Right in the butt crack.
It's got the butter.
Chamois butter.
Yep, it's for your butt. We're getting learned, bro. We're getting learned.
Were you guys sent like a whole box of free?
Yeah, so
Chamois
we
butter?
have a registry and people. This girl bought all of our chamois butter.
You don't eat chamois butter though.
No, you
just
could
apply
try it.
Sounds like it'd be good.
Yeah.
It sounds like a French butter for a croissant.
And somebody
this isn't- we
somebody
have
follows you in a van.
Yeah, we're not gonna. They're not gonna be following. They're gonna go ahead of us with a truck and a camper. Is our setup now,
Oh wow.
and then we're gonna have my Civic as the support vehicle.
Who's driving the support vehicle?
The
German?
This
Swiss.
German.
Switzerland. Yeah,
Swiss German.
yeah. Well, it could be. I don't know.
We don't know.
He could. He might be. That's Swiss German. I don't know his full
Yesterday,
heritage.
Justin said something about him being German, but now I do remember you saying
He's Swiss German.
He's
What's
Swiss
his
German.
name?
Kevin.
He's like got the most
Very Swiss.
The very white
Super. It's pronounced.
Kevin.
Come on. That's like Italian. Like French.
We got the butt butter on
Yeah.
the mind.
Oh man.
Your bike against traffic idea for next year. Probably too late to do this,
And I'll give it a go.
but you should have one team that's against trafficking, and then you should have a team
It's for it.
of traffickers.
Oh.
Wow.
So it's like a
Real
contest.
life Hunger
And whoever
Games.
wins
Yeah.
Wow.
has to give up.
Trey.
I'm saying it's like a David and Goliath.
Yeah, we might
It's
need to
like,
cut that
we'll
myth
send
too.
our champion to beat your champion.
Well,
there we
and
go.
if David beats Goliath, the Israelites get to conquer the
Well,
Philistines.
let me
vice
just tell
versa,
you
and
one
you're
thing.
like,
There already is a giant Goliath. Everybody and their mom is trafficking on the I-5, so we already facing that. So I don't know if they need a team, Trey. I don't know if they need
I'm
a
saying
team.
as a symbol. Maybe they're not even really traffickers.
We just represent them, guys. We don't actually believe in it. We're just like the mascots.
Theoretical.
Just
a bunch of guys in sunglasses.
well, it's
and
like the Satanists.
sketchy,
Like, there's like all these people who are like, yeah, Satan's cool. Like the Satanists becoming a huge movement. You're like, guys, what are you doing? Just like becoming like mascot fans of Satan.
Yeah.
Like that's not cool, bro.
Yeah, that feels like a hard sell.
Yeah.
Satan.
It's like, do you know the guy who ruined everything for us, dude?
So you do believe in Satan and you are chill with him.
Yeah,
you're,
like that's
cheering for him.
insanity.
Yeah.
Why? Like, yeah, he's great.
Yeah.
No.
He's not that bad. He's been misrepresented a lot.
That's the thing about it.
Media's really misrepresented for lots of years.
You
Okay?
haven't heard his side of the story.
Yeah,
okay?
he wasn't even a snake. He was
We're
a lizard.
reclaiming it.
He had legs.
We're bringing
They
it
keep
back.
forgetting that.
Yeah.
We're reclaiming Satan.
Just that's what's
That
happening.
means you have to believe probably that God was there too. Jesus was there.
I know you're just angry. At
Right,
the
yeah. To
wrong
believe in
side.
Satan is like to kind of believe the Bible, right?
Right. So you have to
So
be like, no, no.
Blatantly going against the creator.
This guy's got a bad rap from the beginning.
Yeah.
It's like, guys,
I identify with this
Yeah.
guy.
wild.
Horns, red tail. That's me.
I like that. Red is my favorite color, and so how am I supposed to live with that? Oh man. Well,
You guys want to wrap up?
yeah, dude, it's
Yeah.
been super fun.
How much time have we done, Tyler? We good?
Oh yeah, we're good.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah,
oh,
we-
oh,
yeah,
oh,
we should
hour
go.
at least.
I gotta go
Hour
to
and a
bed.
half. So
Yeah.
I think
No, that's great. Evan, dude, it's
almost
so fun
there.
having
Thanks
you on
for
the
having me.
podcast,
This is
man.
incredible.
Anything you want to plug to our massive audience?
Yeah, man.
Tour
Total.
dates,
Yeah, I have no tour dates. I have nothing to plug.
merch, a
So
book,
sick.
I don't have
a
anything.
memoir.
Yeah, no. Come to the Secret Show.
Yeah.
Fair.
Come
now we're
hear me
talking.
tell you something that I didn't tell you tonight.
Wait,
Oh, I love it.
does this mean you're coming to see?
I think I'm going to come to the Secret Show.
Yeah, high five me. Let's go.
Hell yeah, dude. Let's do it.
Gosh, we love having you there.
Guys, if
so
you're
fun.
listening to this, the Secret Show has already happened, but
There'll be more.
we hope you were there.
Yeah, we hope you
And
made
if
it.
not, we hope you come to the next one, which will
it's-
be sometime in June. And it'll be our last one for a little while because Evan's going to be on the road. You can't
Going
really
on a
host a live comedy show while you're biking.
Well, we could figure out that'd be wild.
Yeah.
I don't think we should try, but
We could Starlink you in.
yeah, just yeah. I'm like trying to have like a clever like banter.
I know.
And just like
It just comes in delayed and like
just
way too late.
terrible. Oh, anyway.
Nice. Well, guys, thank you so much for listening. I'm Trey Ellis.
I'm Evan Pearson.
I'm Evan Riley.
And you've been listening to the Unpaid Regulars. We'll see you guys next time.